Welcome back. When we last left our heroes, Ray died. Got assassinated in the middle of the night by Kiera, a changeling assassin hired by Kosin. Instructed to keep an eye out for Ray and the party and to eliminate him if and when he arrived. After sneaking her way into the Himitsu family residence, she stood guard to ensure that it stuck. What?
Nothing. A lot of things, but nothing.
You worry me.
Good.
In the morning, when Makoto found Ray's body, didn't plan that, I just realized, oh no.
I think we rolled to see who got up first or something.
I don't deny this.
We're all depraved sinners.
Riss went to go get help and found himself fighting an assassin.
Found the opposite of help. Tell
Yes.
you.
And they continued to fight
Thanks, man.
until...
Thanks, man. Sorry.
Blame him. He asked me to move.
I know, that's why you're not getting a shenanigan die.
You need me to move anymore?
As long as you don't lean back.
Okay.
Upon, however, seeing that Einar was present, Kiera immediately surrendered. Being reduced to 0 hit points.
Insult Riss on that.
Being reduced while kneeling and disarmed from a point-blank crossbow bolt.
Riss executed her.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yep.
She was revived.
Unfortunately.
She didn't die, but she was brought back to consciousness and actually assisted in the process of returning Ray's soul.
You're welcome.
Who'd have thought?
I didn't say thank you.
You said it with your heart.
Did I?
Well,
think
you
so.
did because I brought you back.
That
None of
number
If
it's
you ain't
better be.
thankful, then
An
I
unwilling
can
soul
send you
can't-
back.
an
I
unwilling-
haven't healed you yet.
An unwilling soul can't be resurrected. So
I know.
yeah.
I know.
Thankfully, Ray got to spend a little bit of time with his long-lost love.
That's who sent me back.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Einar opened the door. Hana pushed you through it.
Pretty much. That's essentially what happened.
During the ritual, Dashi arrived, but seeing that there was not much more that he could do to help in this situation, quickly left to discipline whatever guards allowed an assassin into his family residence.
So sorry for those blows.
So I realized that I never addressed that. But, yeah. Yeah. But, with all that said, Ray's eyes opening once more, his heart beating again. That is where we're going to start tonight's episode of Arklands. And here we go.
Oh, let's not.
I thought we already did the wake up, or have we?
Well,
we kind of did.
we ended the session as he awoke.
That's what
Yep.
it was.
Yeah.
Got it.
So, Ray, your eyes open.
And he's immediately tackled by Makoto.
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
that's what that was. Yeah.
That's exactly where we ended. Hello, Makoto. Good morning. Morning.
Frisco, you don't
Thankfully,
know what
I'm
time it
not.
is.
To be fair. this
Not
time-
your fault.
I know.
I know.
Will you? And then I noticed that the assassin with
What is
a
your passive perception?
17, I just rolled for it.
Roll with disadvantage.
Oh.
You
You think coming back from the dead is easy?
I mean, it's my 7th time.
Yeah, so you know it's not that easy.
Passive perception is 17.
Passive perception is 17. Just so you know,
Yeah.
coming back from the dead is an ordeal. The target takes a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. Every time the target finishes a long rest, the penalty is reduced by 1 until it disappears.
Daggum. You got the cleric with the healing stuff. So
Yeah, I
we're
was
good.
gonna say,
yeah.
can I use Greater Restoration on him to negate those?
Oh, great.
Oh,
Sorry, buddy.
spoke too soon.
-4 to everything. Cool.
Yep.
So, what'd you roll?
Need some
What did I
milk.
roll? Insight?
Perception.
Percent. Well, okay.
Quadruple bogey.
Your daughter's hair is in your face. You just woke up from being dead.
Got it.
You haven't seen anything yet.
Okay, cool. I would like to sit here for a second.
Rest is
Yes,
going to
yes.
fall back. So who's hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Yes, you are. And after all that spellcasting, I'm sure even more so.
I mean, I'm kind of hungry.
Makoto kind of just like sits up and is just waiting there.
Makoto, are you hungry?
Believe it or not, I really don't have much of an appetite.
Ah,
Want
Sounds
to ask
right.
and be a good father.
wrist motions to the assassin's like, get her out. Get her out.
Go ahead and roll again.
Yes!
You notice there is a
Disadvantage?
5th
Not
person in the
disadvantage,
room.
but still -4.
10.
10 total? That's enough.
Okay,
She's not
cool.
hiding.
Cool.
You see her standing there, arms behind her back, just...
You see wrist doing this number, like,
I want to make an intelligence roll here to see if how exactly Ray would react. Because it could be, I think a -4 to this.
I was going to
It
say,
could be he jumps up in sheer terror.
tries to jump up.
Yeah, pretty much.
How about you make an insight check?
Yeah, we can do that. 10.
Whatever you think Ray would do.
He would. Okay, so Ray, upon noticing the assassin, will sit up, grab Makoto, and turn her so that she's away, and immediately put whatever hand he has up and get ready to cast the spell.
Einar will. Let's see. Is Einar going to be able to see that in time?
Ray is
Okay.
very slow right now, so
Yeah, that's fair. Einar is
we
going
can
to
have a roll off, but I have a -4.
You never know. I could roll in that one. Let's leave it to
I'll
fate.
prepare.
That's a 3.
God bless.
What would he cast?
That's all right.
At this, considering what happened, I doubt he would cast more than a cantrip.
More than a cantrip. Cool. Then,
Especially
Ray of-
surrounded by his allies.
Yeah, Ray of Frost.
I'll roll 2 to see if I...
I beat you. I rolled a 17.
Oh, I thought we were just rolling for initiative. So yeah.
17 on the die, okay.
Yep. So this is the roll off, not the attack. Mm-hmm. To see who goes first.
Okay, sure.
So
So go ahead and make an attack roll.
An attack roll. Okay, so that is a 16 to hit.
A 16 to hit.
Yep.
Misses.
Oh,
Verse
ain't
upon
you
seeing
lucky?
he's like, see, I told you
As
to get
you,
her out of here.
As you just kind of weakly just... She just turns. And just...
Why is she here?
Right. I think there are some things that need to be explained.
Can you explain them, Einar?
I would be more than happy to.
No, it's probably
Yes.
not best if it comes from you.
Quiet. Tell me everything.
Ray,
Why are you here?
don't say a word.
Ghosten hired me.
It's
I
like
just
you're
said don't
invisible.
say a word.
No. Why are you here?
Because she saw Einar and decided she was our friend.
What the hell is with you and picking up strange women?
I just have that charm.
No, you don't. Why?
Yes, he does.
No, okay.
Briss was going to completely dismiss that theory, and he's like, "That's a new development."
Okay, I take it from your reaction. You didn't know that either.
No, I thought it was the whole.
No, I do not
Higher-
approve of this.
Higher than my loyalty to any client is my loyalty to the Shadow King.
And
That-
Einar just
that's what I assumed.
points the thumb.
Okay. Considering certain developments, I want food.
I think that's a wise idea.
Shall I go to some?
No.
No, I think
I know you should
it
accompany her.
might be best if I talk with Dashi before you go anywhere.
You see her entire form shift and change, and the armor take on an illusory gown so that she matches one of the many servants you've seen in the castle.
That is extraordinarily creepy and a little off-putting. I'm very concerned. Can you do that to can you appear to be anything, or is it just like your clothes?
She changes again, and is an exact mirror replica of you.
Riss is going to lean down
That
to
is
Makoto and
extraordinarily
Ray. There you go.
disturbing. Do not ever do that again. Please
She
revert.
changed back to herself.
He'll lean over to Makoto and Ray and go, she might be useful to have around.
She stabbed me in the chest.
She
Just
did
paid a
help
lot
bring
of
you
money
back.
to.
She stabbed me in the chest.
Right.
You got better.
She.
That was Trey. that was Trey.
Ray was about to go for it.
Careful! You're treading some thin ice there. That's you're closing out on your own shenanigan.
No regrets.
She did help bring you back.
Oh,
Yes.
was
I
okay.
petitioned. And
Tavara?
I did.
Yeah, so now you owe him too.
And it seems my request was answered.
Yes, I'm laying here. Yes. Now,
Oh yeah, by the way, real quick looking at him, does he still have a gaping hole in his chest? Or-
No.
Okay, cool.
It is
Raise
shirt.
that healed wounds.
Okay.
She kind of just
Just
tilts
making
her
sure.
head at you.
I'm going to roll for deception.
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
This will be fun.
Ooh,
Hey!
Not too
Minus
bad.
4 though.
damn it.
Yep.
Yep.
Man, that sucks.
A little bit, yeah. Especially considering I have no modifier to deception.
Yep.
You be quiet.
Because we're not charismatic.
I am very deceptive though. I have
You-
plus
okay,
12.
you You got a plus 12 to deception?
Trey, I heard
Expertise.
you. I got you.
I heard it, but I.
Oh, you ignored it?
I was busy talking to Will. Sorry.
Yes.
What'd you get? Total?
13.
24. She just kind of straightens up and has a blank expression.
I did sense Varo's presence in that doorway that opened up. I thought it was just you.
It may have been.
Seems you made a friend. Again. Why were you still here?
Because she could prove to be useful.
No. Why did you not leave and report back to Kosen?
I needed to make sure it stuck.
So kill anyone else who attempted to revive or just hang
Stop.
around? Okay.
Anyone. If that meant killing them, sure.
She tried.
I don't like her.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
For multiple reasons.
I mean, it's understandable.
She's your...
But, you know,
Yeah.
all right.
For the
I
record,
get
would
what
be
he's trying to
honored
say,
To be your man.
Good, because you are.
Riss is like, that's his face like, oh yes. So many opportunities.
Would you like me to tell Kaya about this?
No.
Okay.
That's even what she was referring to.
I don't know what she was
Riss is gonna pull out an invisible pen
Mira
and
didn't know
paper.
what you were referring to. Whatever
Riss-
it was, she was done.
Riss
No,
is,
that's why it was a great exchange.
Riss is gonna hold up a pen and paper. Dear Kaya.
Makoto just reaches over.
Imaginary.
Makoto reaches over, crumples your imaginary paper.
Now that's just rude.
All of this aside,
Yes, let's move on. We have to figure out what to do next. First things first, food.
First things first, you need to alert the household
I
to
am
the guest.
very weary. I would request that all of you get out of my room.
Understandable. Have a
I'm not
nice day.
leaving.
And Einer's gonna walk out.
You don't count.
Miraval follows like a shadow.
Yep.
I want bacon.
How much? 3 or 4 plates?
Yes.
All right, 7.
Briss at the door is gonna go, you don't get bacon until you come out of your room. Just kidding, and then shuts the door.
You don't have to worry about me.
But Makoto just kind of sits on the floor with you. I don't trust her, but
Neither do I.
she did assist in bringing you back.
Irrelevant, because I was not her objective. Following Einar was her objective. I was a
Sure,
byproduct,
but
which means she is a tool at the moment.
I don't disagree.
Look at that, matching set.
Are you referring to yourself?
No, the other tool.
I appreciate that.
Alternate name: the toolbox.
Varro is just a mechanic, collecting his tools.
He's the residuum electrician.
Like that.
Thanks, Will.
I don't see you as anything more than that either.
But she could also be an incredible source of information.
Not to mention offensive capability.
I was thinking about that as well.
We like that offensive capacity.
Good.
Your camera shut off.
I know. I heard that.
5 minutes later.
And we're back.
Yeah, sorry. My equipment hates me.
It's fine. We deal with this.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I think that she would have incredible offensive capabilities.
As proven.
Oh, you're just jumping right in. All right.
You threw off my groove.
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Sorry.
Beware the groove.
Our generation is a hive mind.
Yep.
Anyway.
That would just indicate successful brainwashing.
Yeah.
Or fun.
What else is
Pretty much, yeah. I don't want to attack head on, obviously. Hence, sending her back, telling him that the job has been completed,
Hell
could
no.
benefit us.
Hell no. Unless I spend the next month in mourning here.
Now what? Oh yeah, I'm not in there. That's right.
No, you're not.
I have to ask,
Or we make it seem like you're here in mourning.
why not head on?
One, I don't think I'm at the capacity to be able to do it.
Today, but why not just deal with it? He's not gonna stop. He's you.
Which is why I think there's a small bit of good in him.
Maybe so.
And for the sake of your mother, I want to try and bring it out.
I know you don't have a lot of those memories, but I saw you in action once or twice. Not up close, but enough,
Formidable.
to say the least.
And you still think head-on's a good idea?
I think it means that we have an equal control over the battlefield, as opposed to waiting for him to send another assassin that takes us off guard, or waiting for us to stumble into a trap of his.
Both options have merit. Waiting it out and doing it stealthily, or just knocking on his front door.
Do we have the time to wait it out? What happens if Saravina gets that mark?
I know. Which is why finding the mark is our top priority. Not Kosen.
I know. But he's something we still gotta deal with. Because he's going to make himself our problem if we don't.
So here's my thinking. We didn't exactly get to engage on the, I don't know, what do you call it? The heist on the library. I'm thinking of something similar.
Oh.
We have a changeling. We have an individual who can make disguises, and I am literally Kosen. Not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Don't you think it would be hilarious to walk through and sit in his desk when he's away, and when he gets back, then we spring the trap?
I could definitely see that working. The only problem is he's smarter than you or I.
I'm aware.
Maybe not in raw intelligence, but in strategy.
Cunning.
He was trained by Dashi. You have a amazing mind that I've seen and that I missed. I feel like anything we do to try and outsmart him could just end up playing into his hands.
He sent an assassin. He knows we're here. He has, I would assume he has completely prepared for when we knock on his front door, and if we tried something. Considering those seem to be our only two options. My head hurts.
Yeah, let's get some food.
Dying is not fun. This
Don't
time
do
it was
it again.
actually kind of enjoyable.
Ew!
What?
Oh, you think I don't know?
It's heaven. We walked around for a couple of days.
So that's what you call it. Scene shift!
Proceed to Riss and Einar getting piles upon piles of bacon.
Yes, and as they're walking there, Riss is going to again kind of glance over at whatever her name was.
Miraval.
He did not remember. He doesn't care to remember right now. But he's going to say, "Are we all right there, Miss Assassin?"
Absolutely, as she's carrying 4 plates of bacon for Einar.
Understood. Are you with a certain group, or are you a loner?
Private contractor.
Hmm.
I am willing to go anywhere and do anything to get a job done.
Yeah. Private contractor. I know what it means. He also has at least a plate, I think, in each hand or something like that. One for Ray and Makoto, and then one for him.
No, we need 7 for Ray. You said 3. I asked him if he wanted 3 or 4, and he said yes. So I said, okay, 7.
Yeah, that's why.
So
That's why
so she's
Miraval's
got-
carrying 4.
She's got 4.
I have a plate for Makoto and one for Riss, then. We'll go that way.
Yeah, there you go. And then Einar has the other 4. They're just like stacked on top of each
Did
other.
you just bring back bacon?
No, Riss would have gotten something else for himself.
And yeah, there would be other things as well, but
Yeah,
But there's
Riss would have
bacon
gotten
on
something
every
else
single
for
plate.
Makoto, yeah.
Okay.
you did fight quite well back there.
You as well. Once I came to my senses and realized it was more advantageous for me to move, I did better, but
Indeed, you did.
still. You certainly have the upper hand when people are not expecting you.
Yes, I do. It's when I do my best work.
Yes.
Something I
Although, let's not talk about your most recent best work in the company of the victim of your most recent work. He's sensitive.
I mean, you did kill him, so.
and
Give
Listen,
it the
I-
standard, 2 days before you bring it up.
Like, I understand that this is a very, common thing for you, but most people don't encounter dying.
In
to be
my-
fair, I've never encountered dying.
From one
Yes,
assassin...
You haven't encountered personally dying yourself, but it can be rather an abrasive and jarring experience.
Oh,
so
I've watched it happen many times.
I would say from one assassin to one previous assassin. Okay. 2 days is about the round you're looking for.
I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit.
I'm not for hire. Sure, I kill, but it's with these idiots.
Yes.
he doesn't usually execute people while they're kneeling down.
No, I was very upset. My companion had died, and I saw an opening, so again, my apologies.
Well, don't apologize. I mean, it was a
Yes,
good
don't
kill.
apologize.
Well, I will apologize, just in case it comes back later and I can bring it up to keep you from killing me.
I doubt that'll happen.
Please, I know.
Won't be necessary. Einar has instructed that I will not harm any of you, so I will not.
That's a clever trick there, Einar.
I mean, it's not so much of a trick.
No, sorry, that was sarcasm, Miraval. My apologies again.
You don't spend a whole lot of time around people, do you?
Living people know.
Yeah.
At that thought, Riz is like, well, all right, I'm going to stop talking.
She has a charisma of 24.
Why?
Deception.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I mean...
She has a plus 19 to deception.
Dadgum.
Wait. What are rogues based in? Dex
Dex.
and charisma?
Intelligence.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Predominantly. You can kind of go back and forth.
different rogue subclasses, it's always dexterity, but different rogue subclasses rely on different other ones. As an assassin, it doesn't matter.
No.
A swashbuckler uses charisma, arcane trickster uses intelligence, inquisitive
Scout.
uses wisdom,
Scout uses wisdom too, yeah.
scout uses wisdom too. Yeah. So there's a wide variety.
Rogue, you got Dex, you're good.
I don't like
I
rogue.
love
I'm playing
rogues.
a squishy class.
To be fair, I think that would have one-shot anyone in the party.
Yeah. We discussed that. It just, like, it was 228, it just would have one-shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have barely
have
killed
those
me,
up?
too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. By like 2.
Yep.
I'm doing pretty good at 94 for a wizard.
Yeah. Einar is going to use his foot to knock on the door, the Ray's door. Ray,
Come in. Do you have the bacon?
I do.
Good.
Can you open the door? My hands are full.
Makoto, can you get the door, please?
Yes.
It's to
She gets
die
up and-
for. Oh, sorry, too soon?
Einar's gonna kick Ray, kick Riss in the shin.
Makoto, open the door as fast as you can. and
Give me
have
a
fun.
moment, because
I'm holding your daughter's food.
I don't.
She'll catch it.
She'll catch
She'll float it.
Riss, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
I can do that. Come on, baby. It's not bad. 21.
Fails.
Damn. Is it 22 now with her? 'Cause she leveled up?
23.
You rolled an 11.
I did.
Booyah.
I rolled a nat 20 on the second roll, too.
Did. Yeah.
Dang.
So close, but so far.
He would have
Yeah,
been. He would have
you're
been like
holding food.
Tobey Maguire in the Spider-Man movie with his plate like.
So, as the door opens...
Einar's the one in front of the door.
Oh yeah, it goes... As an object, you take 12
Please tell me that was catapult.
bludgeoning. Yes.
Yes!
And you unfortunately cannot uncanny dodge it. Because it's not an attack, technically.
How much health did you have?
I'm down.
Wait, you just... No, you didn't finish a long rest.
No, we haven't rested. I have 1 HP.
No one finished long rest.
That's what I said. I'm very weary.
Einar's gonna...
So,
See
this,
it?
like, book that was sitting on the bedside table just flings across the room.
Oh,
whizzes over your
it was
shoulder.
dex based
Yeah.
and against me. Then I can use the other
Evasion, that is true.
evasion.
So you take 6 damage.
Take 6 damage.
Wow.
I'm up, baby. I have 1 health, but I'm up.
That's all you need.
That's all I
As
need.
it just goes,
You better...
and you're just like,
Why will you not scroll? There we go.
ow.
You better not take a shenanigan, boy.
Trust
You're
me.
gonna die by shenanigan.
Die by shenanigan.
We're
Just
gonna
keels over.
start calling it shenanigan. You gonna shenana die?
Oh, I was like, we do call it shenana die. I was like, oh, you mean
I
the
love
verb
that
die?
and hate it.
I thought you were getting one for Einar.
No,
I'm
that
just
wasn't
getting
worth it.
out my dice sets that I'm not rummaging through whenever I need a roll.
Ah, fair.
Riss, I'm gonna let you have that one for now because I'm too tired to do anything about it.
And plus, I already did.
And yes.
I was gonna say your daughter took care of it.
Here's your food, Makoto.
He hands her his plate. Her plate.
Thank you.
I think we all need a nap.
All right, I'll stand guard.
I'm eating.
I mean, eat first. But,
Okay.
You know.
That would be good. If you can assume the form of one of the servants and
Oh,
just
she is currently in. She was not
did
walking
we-
through the
Did
through
you?
the house as.
Yeah. Did you talk to Dachi?
I have not yet. Where did he go? He showed up for a minute and then he disappeared.
If I were to guess, he is currently reprimanding someone.
What was your great aunt in law's name?
Madam Ying.
Madam Ying. Madam Ying.
Riss!
Roll a d100.
Oh, I need to get one out. I didn't get one out.
What? You gotta get out your whole dice set.
I thought I had a full
I
dice.
want
As a
her to show up
reaction-
and smack him one time.
As a reaction,
Please.
Einar would like to put down the plates real quick and then cast Shield of
that
Faith on
77?
him.
77.
That's biblical. It's almost like God wants him to be down.
Do I have her as a character or a stat block? Let's find out.
And he's like stuffing his face like, when I fall over, I'm not cleaning up the mess. If she shows up, he keeps stuffing his face.
Character sheet it is.
Did I get all my dice out? I did. Okay, good.
I am 2 away from having 500 characters on my D&D Beyond count.
That gum.
Oh, is that all?
I have like 13 and I'm not using like 11 of them.
I mean, it's not like I used even close to all of them.
No, they're just they're there.
They're in
They
PCs
exist.
mostly.
You can only have so many sessions in a week. I think 500 is over the mark.
He doesn't have 500 yet.
That's it.
give him one more session. He'll come up with somebody.
Yeah, the two somebodies. Does she actually show up? Oh my gosh, I love
We're finding out.
Does a 22 hit?
that. Does it? Yeah.
Wait. I just cast Shield of Faith on you. Does it?
Oh no, it doesn't.
Wait.
He's over here with his shield up, like stuffing his face.
Wait.
No, what happens if she misses?
She's going to spend 2 key points
Thou
to turn that
rat.
into a 26.
Yeah!
That'll hit.
Focused aim!
Yeah.
Yes.
As she just appears and just...
Yes! Once over the back of the head.
Yeah. As Rish just falls forward. I find things are usually much more peaceful when he's quiet.
You have no idea. Well, now you have an idea, yes.
No, he can stay down for a hot
I'd rather
minute.
he not bleed out on my carpet.
Einar kicks him and casts
Spin the die?
Spare the Die.
Like I said, you can stay down for a minute.
Good.
He's getting a nap. He's all right now.
It's a shorter period than I was down.
Dashi informed me of the situation.
Oh. Yeah.
He's become a very prevalent thorn in my side, as I'm sure he has been one for you for quite some time.
As he views you.
Yeah, that tends to happen when you're missing half of yourself. So, although I've come to accept it, I guess.
I believe he has as well.
Just in a
Why
very
is he
different...
after me?
He accepted it in a very different way.
Makoto
Exactly.
speaks up. Because he's defending his position as much as you would defend your family.
He's a fool to put a position over family.
Well, that's
didn't
all he
want to.
has.
Well, he has. Never mind. I don't want to get into this. I'm too tired.
What, parents?
Hmm?
What does he have?
Nothing.
Exactly.
But that's his own fault.
I can't deny that, but it doesn't change the longing in a person's heart.
No. I'll deal with him at some point.
Thankfully, I have retrieved the information.
At this, Ray sits up with much effort and exertion.
Ray,
She's
don't
holding
hurt
a file.
yourself.
I would grab it, but Makoto, why not look at you?
And I grabs it.
Will not give this to him until he is recovered.
Understood.
That's fair. And he
4
lays back down.
days.
Can we do it in 3? Fine.
You know, 5, 8, 7, 6. Patrick!
Just hear him mumbling while he's on the floor. Anar, can you kick him
Dreaming
again?
of starfish.
Thank you.
Mayonnaise an instrument.
Thank you for the assistance.
Family is family.
Very true.
And since it is, whenever you do deal with Kosen, do what you must, but I would prefer he not be killed.
As much as I would like to say I can make no promises, it would cause a bit of an uproar if he is Fleet Admiral, right? No, he's just Admiral. It would be problematic, to say the least, to know that the Outsiders killed an Admiral of the Paradisian military.
Yes, that is also an issue.
So I'll do what we can.
All right.
By the way, where is Dashi right now?
Returning.
To here?
She vanishes.
Alright, sweet. She is
I don't know what she
sometimes
meant by
I'm assuming she's being literal. But I mean, I suppose she could be being cryptic for a reason. I don't know. She is very literal.
Come in.
What's up, Dashi?
Now she opens the door.
Don't mind Riss. I know he's on the floor, but we like him there.
That's what Zara said.
I think I've...
Just kidding. I can't insert my wife's words.
How does Shenanigans work if you're already unconscious?
One failed death save.
Do I have to despair the dying again? Remove that, right? No. Okay.
If he gets to 3, he's dead.
What is spare?
Well,
the
he's
guy
only got
do?
one. It keeps him from
Stabilizes
having
you,
to-
but if you take damage, you're still taking a death
Oh,
save.
yes. Okay.
It doesn't make you immortal.
So that's why I was like, how does that work?
I'm afraid I have to heal him.
You just see him
I'm
win.
so torn right now.
You see him flitch on the floor.
Risk, get up. Healing word, first level.
Dang it!
Don't worry, it's only first level. If you need to smack him again, he can go back down. I'm not expending any more than a first level slot on this dweeb.
It's an accurate
He's
description
just-
of Riss if I ever heard one.
Yeah. He's
I
too much.
apologize for my delay. There was nothing more I could do here.
It's fine, it worked out. I'm just really pissed off.
It's good to see you back.
Thanks. I guess it's good to be back. He looks at Riss on the floor.
Riss is sitting up.
Yeah,
Having his head. I take it worked.
It did.
I'm good. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Please stop. I can only...
he is thoroughly exhausted though. He's like, and I'll start eating whatever food is still on his
Oh
plate.
yeah, by the way, you got minimum healing from that.
Oh yeah, how much you have? One healing?
You got like 6.
Oh okay.
It's a plus 5, but it was a 1 on the die.
nice.
Just one shenanigan.
Things happen. So,
Apparently, we're all good now.
Please,
I mean,
tell
more or
me.
less.
The servant standing outside of your room is not who I think it is.
It is
It
not who
is.
you think it is.
I mean,
He's gonna make an insight check.
Oh, that was very truthful.
He told me to
I
tell
mean-
him, so I told him.
I know you're still being deceptive though.
Also,
Make a deception check.
also, Einar at the exact same time said it is.
Dang it!
He also rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
Ooh.
-4. Don't hit me! Have you stabbed me like that? You want to
You
rub salt
interrupted
in
my
the wound?
sneeze.
Yeah, but you had that plan for months. Be quiet. Don't act like it wasn't premeditated.
No, I just didn't feel bad about it.
Well, that's a difference of not what was it? Anyway, continue.
Yes.
I know what you mean.
Thank you. Attitude. That was the word I was looking for.
I understand that this is a very odd situation, but hear me
Dashi,
out.
she could be useful.
Miraval, get in here.
She walks in.
Miraval, this is Dashi. Dashi, this is Miraval. Obviously.
Hired Miraval.
Oh, okay. You know who she is. Okay, that's great.
Anyone rank of vice admiral or higher knows who this is.
It might be and Einar turns to Miraval. It might be best if you don't parade around as yourself then. For
I typically do not.
Okay, that's good.
Marissa will lean over.
Yeah.
He likes elves.
I gotta,
Being persuasive or
No.
and are
Just
you
state the
being
fact.
stealth?
I'll be stealthy, yeah.
Dang it.
He's sitting down. He assumed she walked over reasonably close to where he is.
close enough? I'll say.
It's still not bad, but it's a non-natural 20.
If it's not natural 20, you beat me. I got a 17.
She shifts and changes into the form of a drow.
Riss was not expecting that because now she looks like Zara.
Interestingly enough, there's a similarity in skin tone, but that's where it stops.
Yeah, the skin tone is what got
Well,
him.
specifically because many of the drow that you had met in Eris had some traits that were fairly common throughout.
Because she was a half-drow elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But none of those traits are present here. You can make a history check if you want.
That's
Fair.
I think, honestly, Einar doesn't even, like, process that. It just goes right over his head.
He's just like, okay, she changed. Good.
I would agree that that's
Nothing
100%
goes over
Kiera
my
Gregg.
head. I'm too fast, I would catch it.
Riss is
That's
Rocket.
Einar right now.
Riss is both Rocket and Groot.
I am too fast. Harold would catch it.
I love that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm
You would
just
be
saying my bad.
Rocket.
So, funny enough, how do I put this? I'm basically a prince to her.
I understand.
Yeah.
Dash, I have a question.
Yes.
How would one who wants to enter the capital do so and end up in an admiral's office without being seen, shall we say?
Let's go with not being questioned.
Not being seen? Impossible.
Okay, that's one of the things I wanted to know.
Now,
And
what
I have
would-
an idea.
What would one have to do to not be questioned?
B. Cosin.
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Let him answer my question.
There are still
How much can you tell us about the security of where he is?
the problem is it's personalized. You're dealing with a country that went to war against the homeland of changelings.
Ah, yeah. That's,
That was not wise in retrospect.
I don't disagree with him.
Not that you gotta say in it.
I did. I paid for it.
I'm gonna shut up now.
Good.
The politics are irrelevant. But especially in Eden, there are a frankly ridiculous amount of measures taken. Passwords, magical checks, ways to dispel even a moonbeam if there's any trouble or suspicion. It is exceedingly thorough. Once you're inside, you can move about freely, but that is a task that, were it to be undertaken, would require time and resources I do not believe we currently have.
So we would literally have to knock on the front door and draw him out.
Does he have another residence outside of his office?
Yes?
I imagine that's well guarded too.
Not as much. It's... Since there are no secrets held, it's more about simply safety as opposed to verification.
Is there anywhere that he goes with less security? A bar, perhaps, that he frequents?
No. I believe that all went with you.
I feel like I should be offended, but you're not wrong.
That feels like a little bit of shade, but it's true.
Kosin
Was, I mean, at least.
No, it still is.
often works in the field. He is not one to stay behind a desk for very long.
Do you think you could get me information when he'll next be in the field?
He currently is.
What a coward. Sends an assassin, and he's not even in the city.
Well, he wouldn't be in this city.
No.
He would argue that it is not cowardice, but efficiency.
He can argue it all he wants.
For all his faults, I did not train a coward.
I sense that you're slightly proud of him.
I wouldn't call it pride. Recognition.
And with that recognition, what should we specifically look out for? Give me something to use against him.
You.
Well, I already have me.
Makoto speaks up. I think what he means is the reason he's afraid of you. He figured out he couldn't have a family the way he remembers. Mom is gone. I want nothing to do with him. Even your parents knew something was off. So he turned to his work. Threw himself into it, dedicated himself more than you ever did. Not as
I have a
offensive,
question.
but
A legitimate question.
Don't cut off my daughter.
it's fine.
I thought she was done.
She was in the middle of talking. Keep stuff in your face before I put you back on the floor.
What is it, Riss?
Thank you, Makoto. I was on the floor a much shorter period than you, by the way. Now, my question.
Ida puts a hand on Makoto.
Makoto, please. Let's just leave it be for just a moment. You can smack him later.
Is Kozen one who, in any circumstance, someone who could be reasoned with, bargained with?
To a degree.
If he
I
just
think
wants
so.
his work, and you want no part of it,
No, I think I know what he wants, but I need to talk.
well, it's okay. Let me put it this way. We could offer him the ability to keep his position, no interference from you, in exchange for whatever we want. If we want his assistance with finding the statue, if we want him to clear out and not interrupt us when we're looking for the statue.
If there is any negotiation, I very much doubt help or assistance would be on the table.
Then we just tell him, hey, we're not here for you. Leave us be.
He doesn't care. He is after me.
Well,
Yes, because he thinks you might be stealing his job.
honestly, yeah. He didn't care when you were on the other side of the world.
You both are stuck thinking one wants the other, when if you're fine living apart, maybe you just need to tell him that.
He knows that. I've told him that.
He's also told you similar things.
Well,
You don't believe him?
how can I believe a man who sent someone to kill me? And he points at Miraval.
To be fair, you walked in with your posse.
I
To
told him
his-
specifically we are not after him. If he doesn't believe me, that's his own problem. I sound just like him, don't I?
It's less so that and more so... Think back to the midst of the battlefield. Your enemy says that they're coming to your home, but they're not there for you. What would you do?
It's a fair point.
I'm not familiar with a lot of war in general. But wouldn't sending a white flag send more meaning and then open up tables for discussion?
Should we knock on the front door, just waving a white flag? Is that what you're...
Well, no. I'm not
recommending?
saying we turn ourselves in. Is a white flag surrender or is that peace?
That's
I
surrender.
think it's surrender.
No, it's literally risk. That's about that. Will knows that's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Making sure that's understood. Then,
You don't need to defend yourself. We know.
The problem is, every minute that Ray is here, Kosin sees as a threat. Because I saw you as the real one. And I think most people that knew you might see the same.
well, then we put a timetable on it. It's like, okay, we'll be in paradise for this X amount of days, and then go from there.
Do you really think that we can confine our activities to a certain period of time?
No, but
actually be successful in
If
doing
we
that?
come to that, that means we are having the conversation, though. That's my point. We'll start defining terms, because he right now is the one thing we don't really have time to deal with. Unless I'm mistaken, the statue comes first. He just made himself
it's
first.
not a statue this time. It's on someone.
Oh,
We have
yes,
to-
yes.
We have to take it from someone.
Mark number 3 comes first. That's a good point.
Do we have to take it from them?
I mean, we've done very well befriending our enemies
Not
as of late.
100% sure, but it's safer in my hands than it is in his. As long as I can stay away from Saravina. We already know Saravina's looking for him.
It's literally in your hand. That's funny.
Uncle Einar, I love you when I say this, but you lost the last one.
That's true, I did.
I can't have it, because my Fae stuff goes whack.
Perhaps we could simply capture him and lock him away, throw him somewhere he'll never be found. Unless we could convince Stalwart and KO to cease their search.
The two of you notice Ray is passed out.
I fell asleep.
Risk looks. My, how the turntables.
That's not grammar.
Be careful.
What's the phrase?
How the tables have turned.
Yes, that one.
Also not really accurate, but regardless.
Well, the strategist is asleep, and the idiots are strategizing. Not
so
you.
what we're going to do
Not you, Dachi.
is stop. Because the last time that happened, he got arrested.
Now,
I
in
escaped-
my defense, it was a very well thought out plan. He just went crackhead mode.
I take offense to that.
But is it wrong?
It's not, but I take offense to that.
Miraval steps forward with the claws out.
No.
Or with one claw out.
You want to tangle again, sister?
No. Remember,
She has over 100 health. You have less than 10.
How does she have 100 health already? Does she have a healing put? That is true. Bruce doesn't know exactly the health number, but he'll look at her and, like, as he says it, he sees, like, She's wearing it. He's like,
Miraval,
Solid.
Miraval, remember what I said? Thank
I
you.
gave you good advice.
Riss, stop inciting things. People are going to smack you.
Listen, that's how things
You are
get
getting
done.
smacked all the time.
But things get done. I get smacked, you all resolve things, we move on. Am I wrong?
I
Kodo?
feel like he's not wrong, though. Hasn't that been how it worked, like, every time?
I just slapped him across the face.
You can try.
Do it. Roll.
All right.
Let's see if you doubt him.
I doubt it.
Oh, I'll uncanny dodge it if he does it.
No, I don't think I beat your arm class. I think I only have like a +6 or something like that. So that's like a flat. Oh, I have a +8.
Does it actually hit?
I put Shield of Faith on you.
Oh,
You can
so-
drop it.
That's true. I could drop it right before I smack you. So yeah, that's a
Rude as hell.
22.
That'll hit. I'll uncanny dodge. How much do you do?
It's 4.
So you take 2.
So you're still up.
Yeah, but that's now I can't
Just
risk this Shanana die. Yeah.
All right, now we can get stuff done.
No.
Because Ray's still out of the equation.
Sleep. Sleep.
I'm fine.
I'm not tired. I'm just weary.
You need sleep.
Heal me.
I'm.
Every single one of you is going to bed, including me.
I just woke up.
Don't care.
I know. Meet me in my room. Man, I tell you what. In the other campaign I'm in, I'm a Kalashtar, right? What I would kill to have telepathy with Riss. Oh my. Anyways, all of my comments would be heard by whoever I choose. Well, one person I choose. Anyways, carry on.
Are you making a stealth check?
I'll
for
make a
that?
stealth check.
I guess I probably have to roll to see if I notice it.
All right. Who am I stealthing against?
Makoto,
Her.
Oh, this may be trouble.
what'd you roll?
30.
31.
And you know what's great?
Investigation.
Oh, yes!
19 on the die.
Yeah, 15
Plus
on,
12.
15 on the die.
Yeah, I rolled a 12 to receive that, so I didn't even hear it.
Makoto is going to walk over, grab Riss's shoulder, and begin dragging.
Riss will fine. And you
She
get
does
up.
not let go until you are in your room.
Yep.
She shuts the door.
She shuts the door. Obviously, she can't see. He's gonna stick his tongue out, and he'll go to bed.
As Einar is in the hallway,
No.
she shuts the door. She just goes
right back.
completely independent of each other.
That's right.
And she casts a spell.
What spell?
She casts Arcane Lock on the door.
Rude as hell.
Einar, by the way,
Einar?
is going to have put Ray back in his bed
I was
and
in my
tucked him in. Well,
No, you
tucked
weren't.
in.
You
Yeah,
were
you
on
were
the
passed
floor.
out on the floor.
We never established you did more than sit up.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Einar puts you back in your bed.
Cool.
Puts the covers on you.
Oh,
Closes
thanks,
the door.
buddy.
Yeah, you know, I care.
You brought me back from the dead. That means
Yep.
a lot.
Einar?
1 second.
You were killed in your jammies.
Einar looks at Miraval
Need some new
Points.
jammies.
And goes, what about her?
Riss
She
is
does
gonna
not have
yell,
a
she's
room."
not going in my room.
I'd be. Nope.
I can stay in the corner or on the floor. I have slept in far
This is her
harsher
master plan.
places.
Eventually kill all of us once.
That sounds weird.
I've slept in
we-
far harsher places.
Riss didn't hear that. He's going to bed.
I'm uncomfortable.
Hi, I'm coming
All right.
Dad.
No, you're not. You're asleep.
You're right, I am.
Einar's gonna walk in the door and close it behind. I'm assuming after she walks through.
Yep.
Einar's not going
She
to
is-
sleep though. Einar's basically gonna sit in the bed and just stare. She's like glancing over every once in a while, like,
She actually does fall asleep.
Trey. Is the bed made out of wood?
Oh my gosh.
Actually, no. It would be no, it's not wood. It would be a bamboo frame.
You can still carve bamboo.
I could.
Bamboo is
friends.
technically a grass.
Please do not soil
Is it really?
the furniture
Yeah.
in the Himitsu home. Just, do you want to get...
Do you want to
Yeah.
get yinged?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Really though. No.
She can
You're
teleport in.
gonna make
Yeah.
one scratch and she's gonna immediately appear. You won't even have to say her name twice.
She'll sit like, what was that noise?
Such a disturbance in my home.
Someone is whittling my bed.
Be a good house guest.
Yes.
That's not
Please, I
possible for
can't
us.
heal you from here.
He's a stellar house guest unless he gets preemptively smacked across the... Well, what did he get hit? The stomach? Yeah. Anyhow.
You got
Last time I got
smacked
hit on
because
the
you
head.
drew a weapon on the owner of the home.
Listen, she spooked him. He's been spooked a lot. It was a very, very...
You drew a weapon
Understandable.
in a house of spies.
Yes.
I'm just gonna...
Exactly.
I'm
It stands
going,
for itself. It also explains why he got smacked, but his reasoning is still just as valid.
I'm just gonna let the teenager think he's right.
Please do.
Hey, out of curiosity, do I have a window or can I see through like a? Okay, I can't see through.
You guys
like
were
the-
absolutely not given anything with outside access because the whole point is hiding
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Okay.
That's true.
Is there a keyhole I can see through?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Cool.
Are you going to miss a step?
I don't have Misty Step, but I do
have
have a new teleportation.
Oh my
Gosh.
Because I'm assuming that if I were to walk up to the door and turn the knob, nothing would happen. Yeah.
It's locked.
Yeah. So,
Slight problem with that, my friend. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and try it.
oh, I know Makota's out there waiting. But, I'm debating. Do I want to be stuck in there with her?
Do it.
Yeah, she
try
is
it.
kind of
She's already asleep. Like,
I know.
literally.
I know.
So she wouldn't know.
No,
try to get out.
the
No.
chick is
Oh,
asleep.
Miraval.
Miraval is asleep.
Oh, okay.
But I gotta admit, Idar doesn't like that Mikoto is ordering him around. I think Riss is affecting him.
Listen,
Riss is a bad influence.
You're in the Himitsu home. She outranks you right now.
Riss is a neutral influence, okay?
No, he's
Goes
not.
both ways.
He is 100% all chaos all the time.
Exactly. Neutral. And not say chaotic or not, but it's a neutral influence.
Being a... I'm as tired as Ray is now.
Riss is currently pacing, trying to tire himself out. But he did sleep for 8 hours and is not tired. He, like I said, he's weary. He's not tired.
How long does it take you to look through the keyhole?
I don't know. He probably looks through it for like a couple seconds, and then he stands up by the door and he starts processing. He'll be right in front of the door. So if she were to look through, she would see him standing there.
No, that's not what's happening.
Okay. He's gonna look through it again.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
Riss has an inkling of
I'll give
what will
him
happen
guidance.
if he tries.
Yep.
It's happened already
That's
multiple
10.
times.
Yeah.
You see the hallway.
I see the hallway. Yeah, well, that's all I expect to see. I'm just gonna lightly knock on the door.
Go to bed, Einar.
Makoto.
If none of you are going to be adults, I will.
Makoto.
Yes.
It's 9:30 in the morning.
Occupy yourself.
Don't say that when I have another person in the room. That sounds.
That's your
weird.
business.
Makoto, you're spending
I
too
will
much
put
time
you
around Riss.
In a ball of force.
Makoto,
Riss
You
is
need
trying
to
to
talk-
remember if a wall of force acts like a hamster wheel or not.
are you
A ball
okay?
of force. Resilient sphere. It is absolutely like a hamster ball. If you can get through the door.
Oh, yeah.
And no, I am not okay. I need everyone in their rooms so that I can sit down for a moment and actually feel things instead of worrying about everyone else.
Riss is over here. He's listening. He's like, she has the audacity. I woke her up from her stupor, and she downed me.
Makoto, I understand you may need time to process. But if you do need to talk...
I appreciate it.
I know it's a lot. Makoto, I love you.
Love you too.
Ray kind of stirs a little bit. Rolls over.
Thank you for being more mature than Riss.
I'm always
I'm
more
going to
mature
bed.
than Riss.
I know.
Riss is like, I work hard at that.
We know.
But
It's a legitimate
you
challenge.
hear,
Makoto.
you hear a door open and then close. And just this thump of a body landing on a bed without any regard for it.
There we go.
And then a muffled scream, like screaming into a pillow. Just,
Yep. There it is.
That's a lot of feel.
I was gonna wait like 10 minutes.
Riss is gonna go like,
your guys' rooms are on. No, you guys are side by side. It's true.
I'm just gonna do the.
Riss goes. He's gonna look at it. It's on. And I'll look through the keyhole and try and do a Misty Step.
It is to a place you can see.
Make a perception check.
Make a perception check. 26. 28.
You see a thin blue barrier covering the lock.
Riss is gonna, And he'll go. Let's not.
Sending.
What's wrong, Riss? What?
Have you looked through the lock? There's some sort of blue thing. Magical.
I'm just gonna look again.
Make a perception check.
That's better. That's a 19.
Yeah, very faint blue magical aura, kind of just.
Let's see. I like that we're spending time on this.
Anything to avoid what happens next.
Yeah, pretty much.
Waste as much time as y'all humanly can.
Cool. Do we plan on doing anything today?
I think there's a distinct
We
possibility.
are
yes.
fighting Kosen, sir.
Today?
Yeah.
Do you mean in this session, or do you mean today in world?
In world.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
I
You can use
passed
spell
out for
slots.
the rest of the morning and afternoon. I will wake up at 9 o'clock at night.
And then go back to sleep.
Pretty much, yeah. Go eat and then go back to bed.
Dispel magic at 7th level.
Yeah. The barrier's gone.
I was gonna try and open the door very, very, very quietly.
Still locked.
Still locked? Okay.
Okay. So that's one down.
I was gonna look through. He's gonna cast his little
Gonna use
piety.
his shadow
Yep.
teleportation.
Yep.
Yep.
He's immediately gonna look around.
Make a perception check. And make a stealth check, please.
Okay. So that's an 18. Wait, sorry, perception. I forgot to add my modifier. It's a 23.
Okay.
And then I guess I can only use guidance on one of those if I'm doing those checks at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I should have used it for stealth. I can't see. What is that? Oh, that's a 17.
Okay.
It's not terrible,
No,
but
it's not.
Hertz perception is annoyingly high.
Your
So
investigation is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If she's looking for details,
She's
like
looking at-
hearing a sly comment.
Yeah.
But her passive perception is a 10.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at Riss's lock.
What is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 15.
Okay.
I have the highest of the group, I think.
Dispel magic 6th
22.
level.
Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. Oh, jeez.
And then
Blue barrier, just.
I'm just gonna
We're still sitting
immediately.
at the door, kind of hear something.
I'm just gonna immediately, because I could teleport for up to a minute, like just my movement speed. So I'm just gonna zip back in into his room.
Make a perception check. You gotta try and look through that keyhole again.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Don't roll one.
That's a like 24.
24, yeah. Easy.
Riss, I destroyed your barrier. Do as you will.
Y'all are assholes.
All Riss wants to do is go and just learn more about Ray's family. Very innocent motives.
Oh man!
We don't even have to play it out. I just want to see if Riss gets out.
Hey,
And then we can roll percentile to see what shenanigans he gets into. We don't have to play it out.
I think Einar's alignment is changing again. I think he's becoming chaotic.
Yeah, thank you.
I was gonna wait like another 30 seconds. Within that time, do you go out there?
Riss will make his thieves tool check.
Go ahead.
What are you doing?
That is a non-natural 20.
You just.
And before he leaves, flip his hood up.
Make a stealth check.
31.
Without a sound.
He'll go. And then just do the barest of like scritches on your door.
I guess I'd have to see if I perceive that.
What's your passive?
My passive perception is 15.
Would you be listening in?
Oh, Einar would be waiting patiently, mostly for you to reply to the message.
Oh,
but
yeah. Outside. Unlock door, or are you coming out yourself?
Why are you
Probably
back in
about
your room?
because I didn't want Makoto to come out if he came out and failed his checks.
Riss respects it.
I'm just gonna look through the hole real quick.
You know what the best part about this is?
What?
You didn't have to go into the hallway to dispel his.
Riss.
It's a
You don't
magical
have to see
effect-
it?
It's a magical effect that you choose within range.
Oh! I thought I had to see it and like
Read your spell descriptions.
you know I can't read.
Bold of you to assume I can read.
I don't know why that wouldn't be inspiration.
It's not.
So much extra work. But that's so Einar.
Yes, it is.
Perception to look through the lock. And
So
go
you've wasted a piety ability.
Einar tries to look through the lock. Riss is standing right in front of it. I can't see anything.
What'd you roll?
That's a 1. I can't see squat.
So I decided,
Uh-oh.
as this started, Koda was attempting to sleep. Her passive perception is a 10. While attempting to sleep, or sleeping, or resting, you have a -5. The only way she was going to wake up and deal with the situation is if a natural 1 was rolled.
Who's gonna be standing in the way?
I will protest. That was not a stealth check. That was a perception check.
Doesn't matter, it was a nat 1. And so, as Einar is
Hang on. How much health do you have?
Apparently Einar
Not a
was
lot.
jiggling his lock.
as Einar kind of just like
Hold on.
went
He'll
go kneel down. You kind of just trip over your own feet, and in a massive...
Ascending, wrist run.
Trust me, he heard you hit the door, and he is in his room, door shut. He is going to bed.
I thought you were
I commend you for knowing better.
He's like, I have my limits. He probably will take a short rest and then venture out again. At least get a little more health there to survive a shot from Makoto.
You're gonna need more.
You hear a door slam open. You guys are going to make me...
And he will Riz pretending to be asleep, eyes closed, not at all, acknowledging she's there, but he will raise his finger up. That opening his eyes and go, technically, Einar unlocked it first.
Oh my gosh.
And put his hand back down.
How loud do you say that? Is Einar going to be able to hear that through the door?
I don't know. That would be a DC check the DM makes.
You know what? I'm going to try something out that I haven't gotten to do yet. She shuts each of your doors and casts another spell. And this time, she makes sure the locks do have a little, some of them have, a little thing that you can slide to the side. Mm-hmm. And,
swipe to the side like a...
to cover the keyhole.
Oh.
Close. So you see the entire door be covered in this almost purple swirl for a moment that then fades.
I'm just going to wait an hour. So let's take a short rest.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Alright.
This has gone from a session to what can we get away with?
What's my minimum for what I gain? Oh, it's a 1.
Wrong dice.
Yeah. I have health back at least.
Man, I wasted 2 high-level spell slots for us to have to hide again.
What you get? Maybe you should have gone to bed.
Nah, I don't want to go to bed. I gotta try again.
Yeah. So you go over to the door about an hour later.
Yep. I gotta try and dispel magic 5th level. I'm assuming I have to roll this time.
Yes, you do.
What is it? It's like...
You have to make I believe a spellcasting ability check. Let me go double check real quick. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. Yeah, so
Okay.
make a wisdom check. No proficiency.
Cool. Yep. Yeah, that failed. That was a 3.
Yeah.
Plus
Yeah.
what?
Plus 5, but...
Yeah, not enough.
Figured I'd try and help him.
Oh, really?
So you attempt it, but the spell slot is removed, but you don't feel the spell take.
Alright. Let's see. How many of those am I using? Use all 3. Da-da-da. Fourth level. Try good.
Okay, go for it.
Alright, the dice does not want me to do this, so I'm gonna stop. That's another 3. I was gonna be like, I feel like there is an otherworldly force keeping me here.
It's not even me.
I think perhaps I'll actually, I don't know, sleep or something.
Einar looks over at Miraval sitting there and goes, nope.
Never mind. I'm just gonna sit here.
Miraval is sitting up in the corner, basically with her head tilted back, eyes closed. As far as you can tell, asleep.
As far as I can tell. I don't like when you say things like that. Nah, that's not great. That's the same as my like passive perception,
Which
So,
is?
15. So.
15, I mean, she looks asleep.
Yeah, she looks asleep.
Unless you're going to go over and, like, check her pulse and her breathing, there's not a lot more you can do.
No. So, all right. I guess I'm waiting a long rest then.
Arista's interesting.
Okay.
I mean,
an hour has passed.
he literally he will not. He's like, I refuse to sleep. 16 hours straight, and then you'll be asleep still, and so he'll be up at night, which is a worse condition, I feel, than him being awake when everyone else is awake. So he will.
What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when she comes for you?
I don't know. He'll just sharpen his various blades. He's not gonna do any. Please, he knows enough about magic. Remember his time with Saravina? He's like, no, can't even try it.
I just want one of you to touch the door.
No, I'm not
So
touching
badly.
the door.
So bad. Try to open it.
And he'll do some various wood carving, but that'll be what he does.
Go ahead and make a dexterity check. For the wood carving.
That is just dexterity.
Yeah. Well, are you proficient?
Yeah,
So add proficiency.
22.
Nice. Yeah, you take out
Not
one
on the
of your,
bamboo.
I know.
It's gonna poke out.
Yeah, you pull out one of your pieces and you're kind of just whittling away. So, another hour passes. Turns to another. Unless there's something that you do. 8 hours pass.
Cool, I get all my spell slots back.
At one point, he'll just shoot off mentally. We go, Arya, I'm bored. I'm trapped. What are you doing? And then he'll just go back to whittling, not expecting a response.
Cold call a god.
He did. He's like, you want to hang out? Just whittling. And that'll be it.
Go ahead.
Can I roll
Make
percentile?
a charisma check.
For the love of God, please roll in that 20.
Can I do, like,
Nah, bro, that one would be
performance?
funny.
No.
I've still got some diamonds. It's alright. I'll bring
That's
it
a
back.
7. That's a lucky number.
There is no response.
Yep.
But 8 hours pass. You do have your spell slots back.
Cool. I'm just gonna try the door. Is it
Okay.
unlocked now?
You can't tell because you can't move the handle. You
She
can't.
cast... No, that's the thing.
What's that?
I was thinking it was like, did she cast immovable object? But I think that's a...
Probably.
That is a spell. And then immovable rod is
the
an object, but immovable object was a spell that was added in the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. It's a Dunamancy spell
Nice.
that she cast
On the doors.
at 6th and 7th level, respectively.
Beautiful.
I got the 7th
How long
level,
does that
didn't I?
last?
No, he got the 7th level. He is a
At 6th and
spellcaster.
7th level,
Yeah.
until dispelled.
Man, y'all could have some fun in your room.
Sending to Makoto. Makoto, can we leave now? It's been a while. I'm bored.
Wow. Yeah, you can all mark off for long rest.
I want to move.
You hear a door open.
You do hear a door open.
Oh, good, he lives.
I've
Great.
been alive since this morning.
Ray, your daughter's lost control. She locked us in our rooms.
She opens your door.
Ah, thank you. I've been trapped in there for so long. I did
There's
not
only
know
8
what to do
hours.
with myself.
You could have asked.
Makoto, before you do anything
That
else.
wasn't Makoto.
Oh.
That was Miraval. If you wanted entertainment of some kind,
I thought you were asleep.
I'm a light sleeper.
You have the weirdest comments sometimes. Can we eat food or something again? It's been 8 hours since I've eaten, and you forced me to abandon the half plate of bacon that I had. So, are we good now?
You could have asked for that.
Are we?
I'm gonna be honest. I really don't believe that you would have given it to me.
If it meant you would stay in your room, I would have.
It wouldn't have.
Then I wouldn't have.
Exactly.
So you only have yourself to blame.
Did I miss something?
You missed a lot, Ray. But I'm glad you got some rest. You look better.
I'm still tired. This is annoying, but I am hungry.
Raise room.
Raisin. Okay. Are you going to let the even more chaotic one out?
No, I like this. It's very peaceful.
Yes. She walks over and seems to just open the door without any issue.
Makoto,
Rest.
you must be incredibly strong.
It's magic.
Magic. Yeah, I know.
Okay, this hostility between the two of you needs to...
Arissa's literally sitting on the bed, facing away from the door. Oh, am I allowed to leave now?
No.
Riss, fully excited that was like, that's what I thought.
Makoto, why did you even try to open the door?
I'm sorry. I was mistaken. I thought he could be an adult. That's on me.
Makoto, you know better.
I know.
We all
I
know better.
I'm tired.
You
Riss
just,
is very
what
upset
did you
he got
do for
cooped
8
up
hours?
Slept,
Again,
and I'm still tired. Seeing your father down on the ground will give you a level of exhaustion that does not go away so easily.
I know that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
for the time being, we're all...
She goes and opens the door again.
Makoto,
Another smarty mark, and I will leave you in here.
Makoto.
Oh, what a shame that would be.
I put my hand out to stop the door. For the time being, I know you're stressed, and I know you're upset, and I know you're overwhelmed. But just take a deep breath and stand next to me and do the best that you can to ignore the obnoxious tool that is Riss. Okay?
I thought Einar was the tool.
You're one of them in the toolbox that I'm currently carrying.
With your one hand.
She lets go of the door handle. The door is still like maybe an inch open.
I appreciate you trying to control them, but let's be honest. It's not going to happen.
I just needed some rest.
How did
She
that happen?
walks into your room.
Get some rest.
Riss, as
Don't
he
worry.
passes Ray. I wouldn't have woken
How?
her up. The what?
How?
Riss, as he passes Ray. Oh, the door's still closed.
The door is open an inch.
Oh, yes. Riss will lean
My
against
foot.
the window.
My foot is currently holding the door closed at the
Hand.
moment. No.
Oh,
Is it open
closed?
in or out?
So the door's open an inch, but you know how when you put your foot by a door and it's almost impossible for someone to open it?
No. It opens inwards.
No, it opens outwards.
Yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. I have
Okay,
my
then
foot there so
bedroom
you
door.
can't open it.
Yeah, I guess that's possible. Okay. Riss will lean against the door. He hasn't
Actually,
tried to
wait.
open it.
Do they open in or out?
They would open it.
Okay, then I don't do that.
Riss will lean against the door before going out. I would not have woken her up. She was just cranky.
Riss,
Rightfully so.
Riss. How would you react if you walked in on your sister dead?
I feel like that's not a fair comparison. I would be distraught. And I'm also not Makoto. And Malia is not you.
Then that should point to the fact that this is far more traumatic. Have
Again.
some grace.
I have plenty of grace. You seem
You attempt to open the door, by the way.
Uh-huh.
The handle isn't moving.
Ah. Tell Makoto I'll speak to her tomorrow. And it goes and sits on his bed and starts whittling more.
Would you like some food?
No.
I'll get you something then.
Thank you.
Yeah, you and the creatures you designate when you cast a spell can move the object normally. Otherwise, it is held in place
I love that.
magically. She casts it on both your door handles.
Yep.
I try to move the door a little bit.
Does not.
Oh, okay.
The handle itself does not budge at all.
So you essentially were holding it still with your foot.
Pretty much,
Either
yeah.
way, yeah.
I wasn't doing anything.
I couldn't close it, yeah.
All right.
Fun fact, these door handles can hold 20,000 pounds of weight.
Good.
Holy.
Hold on. Because of the spell.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you meant normal. It's like, good lord.
All right, Einar. Let's go get something to eat.
All right. But first, let's make sure you're doing all right. Einer's gonna
check over him real quick.
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Ooh.
That's a 21.
Yeah. Still recovering, for sure.
I can walk.
But on the mend.
I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
All right. I've never done it before,
Now I'm worried.
but hear me out. This might help.
Regenerate. Mostly
Daggum.
because there's a side effect that I want to have happen.
Okay. Well, it takes a minute to cast.
That's fine.
But you spend the minute and place your hand on Ray, and this kind of black physical darkness just kind of spreads across your entire body. What level is that?
It's 7th.
7th?
Yeah.
I will say that reduces it by 1 more.
Ooh, okay.
Daggum.
Sweet.
You like that?
Yoink. Cool.
Now we
Also-
can fit in that 3-day timeline you wanted.
Yep.
Also,
And-
Riss is right beside you guys.
What
There's a
else
crack in the door,
happens?
he missy
The,
step.
the
That is
target's,
entirely what you meant.
the
Yeah.
target's severed body members, fingers, legs, tails, and so on, if any, are restored after 2 minutes.
You feel your hand returning.
I retract the armor.
Yep.
Is it?
And
Wait a second. Do I have like a little baby spork arm? Like
it's
Deadpool?
I imagine
here's
it
the
goes
thing.
like
it's
this.
it's Varro's magic.
Oh no.
Currently, you have a fully skeletal hand.
Oh, so
Riss
this
Riss
is what
walks
Riss
up next
feels
to you
like.
and goes,
As you watch the muscle tendons like thread upwards and around your fingers, the blood veins doing the same, slowly just coming together as if they're being woven.
I know. I've seen a lot of crazy things.
Shush, let it happen.
That's
Okay.
odd.
After the completion of 2 minutes, finally just this... As your skin returns. And your hand is fully restored.
Which, by the way, Einar was focusing and closing his eyes the whole time. So he opens his eyes, looks down, and goes, "Huh! Oh, wait." And he looks at both the hands. Oh, okay, that's cool. That wasn't intended, but that's awesome. You got your hand back.
What were you trying to do?
Yes, please tell.
I was trying. You're locked in your door.
No, he came
No,
out.
he
He
missed
Stepped out.
Oh, he messed his.
said, "You're locked."
It's exactly what Makoto intended.
I was just trying to, help bring you back faster. But, I mean, that's sweet. Do you feel better?
A little, yes. Really
Okay.
good, actually. I have my arm back.
You do! You haven't had that in so... We don't have the messed up hang gang. I'm
All
sorry.
all you have to do is restore Riss's hand and you're all back to normal.
Can you do that?
Your Fadiel goes
Fate. Yeah.
gets rid of.
We could.
We could be the normal hand gang.
Yep, we could.
The trifecta of normalcy.
That's.
I think that ship sailed long ago.
I was gonna say, let's not reach too far here.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's fair.
I can reach now, yeah.
chaos aside,
Yep.
over the next 2 days, as you are recovering,
All right, cool. So
you
I guess
are
I'll-
basically kept quarantined
Pretty much, yeah.
to ensure as few people as possible see you.
I think that's a good decision.
Is Riss able to
Madam
hang out with?
Madame Ming comes by,
No.
Dashi comes by, Irie comes by once. Dashi comes with her. She would not stop asking if you were still here. We could not lie to the child.
She's learned well.
Ray, off to the side. You know full well you could have, but you chose not to. Well done.
Could and would are 2 different things.
Exactly.
Anyway. But, unless there's something specific you want to do. The days pass.
I don't think so.
And, as
We have the name, right?
you
yeah.
have a file
I have a
that
file
has not been opened yet.
Okay.
because I'm not supposed to hand it to you until you're better, but you're
That's
better
true.
now. So
On the second to last night that I'm fully restored, I want to look at it. because I want to cast Scrying on the individual and see where he is.
Okay.
Or she. I don't know yet. I think it's a he.
So Einar will
find
hand
out.
it to you.
Cool.
And Einar's going to like peer over your shoulder to see as you read it because he's like, I want to see what's going on.
Don't look at my notes.
I just want
Wrist is
to
over
know
your
what's going
shoulder.
on.
Stop it. But this is top secret information.
But you're not going to share it with us. Don't we get to know the confidential stuff?
Eventually, yes.
But
Dad,
You know full well I'm messing with them.
I know.
Okay. I feel much better now.
good.
Would Riss... This is completely off topic, by the way.
Yeah.
I was thinking of what he would have been whittling. Is there a crest of like the... What do you call it? The Galatia family? No.
The Himitsu clan?
Himitsu. clan.
Mitsu, yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. I would have to look in the books, but there is one which I can send to y'all later.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Back to substance. Got it. All right. We have been screwing around for the past hour and a half.
Yeah, I know.
It's been fun.
That's all this
has
session
been
has
fun.
been so far. It's great.
But I have a lot of anxiety right now about facing Kosin.
Well, we can get rid of your anxiety now and push it to next week if we don't do it. And just stick
better to
around.
get it over with now. Let's do it.
You open up the file
Right.
and see a dossier on Ace Team 3,
Uh-oh.
led by Iwa Pefenkawa.
Bless you.
You take your one. I'm gonna be saying that name a lot, and if you keep making that joke, you will get a Shenanadai every time.
Beautiful.
We have had that name before.
Yeah, I was gonna say Pefenkawa sounds familiar.
Bless you.
I think it's because we've heard about we scried once. I think.
Yes.
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew that we had gotten the name before. I just didn't remember it.
Yeah, and this has a lot more details.
Yep.
The three other members of the team are Yuri Pefenkawa,
Oh.
Hane Pefenkawa, and Hikari Pefenkawa.
Can I get those one more time, please?
Yuri?
Just the first names.
Yeah, Yuri,
Yep.
Hane,
Hane.
and Hikari.
I'm going to remember that one as Hickory. Got it.
Honey and Hickory.
You're not wrong.
Hane, the
I'm sorry. I can't not hear it now.
Hear what?
Instead of Hane, it's honey.
It's Honey and Hickory.
I'm sorry we've done this to your names, but
Listen. Critical Role has Jumanji Costco. We have Honey and Hickory.
Jumanji and Costco. I love that.
There's a character named Jamedi Casca. So the cast.
Jumanji Costco. I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it is a group of 4 siblings. The eldest brother, Iwa, being the captain. Then Yuri being the second born, Hane the third, and Hikari the youngest. In the dossier, you see descriptions of a statue that they reported on. They discovered it while on a otherwise routine mission, scouting along. Need to pull this up because I'm a dumbass that didn't already have it.
dude, I don't
would
know
you
my
think we'd be
spells.
goofing
I don't
around
think
for?
you can be any more of a dumbass than I am.
You
I
are
don't
not.
know my character that I've been playing for 4 years.
Has it been that long?
I think it has.
Holy crap.
So it was a
3.
relatively routine scouting mission along
least
the
3.
Oros Mountains
Okay.
when they encountered this statue. They reported it and were instructed to investigate. And it seems that Hane had an encounter with it. And there is a description of a type of sigil that appeared. But while Einar's was a mark on his hand. Hane had a similarly described mark in terms of symbology and style, but wrapping around his head like a crown.
So he's the god of shadows, leadership,
protection, and leadership.
and protection. Okay. And we've dealt with protection and shadows, so this is leadership, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
They noticed an increase in hostilities from creatures in the surrounding area and were instructed to go to ground, essentially, because the brass had other issues they were dealing with, that being the near assassination of one of their admirals.
Yeah, I haven't asked him about that yet. Okay.
They have something even more in common.
Given that Admiral Kenshi has been otherwise preoccupied dealing with... There's been a lot of conflicts on the border with Kinyavel. Not of active military conflicts, but of matters that need a lot of political action to deal with.
Okay.
Because both nations are recovering from a war. A war that Paradise did not win.
Yep.
And so, since they were instructed to go to ground, that was the last instruction they were given.
Okay.
The location that...
Oh, so they're still there?
They have not left the area they were in prior to when it was found.
Got it.
But they are essentially hiding out in a safe house, which is supposed to be very difficult to find.
Okay.
In fact, even with all the information you're given, you have the nearest city, and you have the province it's in, but the exact location is still unknown.
Okay.
I could just run around that area and cast locate creature a bunch of
Dossiers
times.
such as this wouldn't include exact information like that, because if they did, and one happened to fall into enemy hands, that's...
There we go.
yeah. So it's only
Can't burn
information that's given out locally.
Okay.
But the city that they are closest to is Bezalel,
Okay.
which is, you would know, a city...
There we go. Oh, there it is.
right about there.
Oh, so that's real close. Okay.
Well, you guys are current.
No. Close to Kinyavel.
Oh yeah, they were looking along the border.
Mm-hmm.
The dossier is a little vague on why.
Makes sense.
It's implied to be just... It's kind of like
Pure
hand waved over,
reconnaissance,
just like
yeah.
just typical reconnaissance. But
Typical reconnaissance.
Standard procedure.
standard procedure.
Okay.
An unfortunate training exercise.
Is that the usual BS? Roger that. Okay.
Yep. It also has a, not comprehensive, but a rundown of the siblings and their skill sets.
Okay.
Iwa, the eldest brother, is a very good strategist, sword and shield, not a magic user, but seems to work very well with his team. There's a note that was made. Yuri, the eldest sister, uses a bow and arrow, and seems to have gotten quite good at trick shots, though not magical ones. Hikari, the youngest, is a inquisitor, who also has a penchant for being a little bit sneaky. And finally, Hane, the focus, matches the description of a paladin.
Okay.
All right, so we got a fighter, a ranger, a rogue, and a paladin.
Probably 2 fighters.
Probably.
Yep.
Okay. Well, now we have to figure out a way to get there, and, well, the exact location is vague. We don't have an exact location of the safe house.
No. You know it's near Bezalel. You know it's in... where is it? There we go.
Okay.
You know it's in Hagane province.
Is there
Which-
any information on where they normally stay?
Make a history check with advantage.
Okay. I like that. That is an 18.
In 18, the Hagane province, and specifically Bezalel, are not dissimilar to where you currently are.
Okay.
The city of Hakam is the home of the Himitsu clan. The city of Bezalel is the home of the Hagane clan, one of the other noble houses of Paradise.
Okay.
The Hagane clan is known for being blacksmiths and artisans, and it is said that a Hagane sword will never dull.
Nice.
And
Gotta get me
they
one
are
of those.
extremely high revered in terms of craftsmanship.
Okay. Do we know if they've sent any reports back recently on...
None are listed.
Okay. So nothing that they have... But they know that one of them has the mark. That's part of the report.
There is a report. The report doesn't go into any details about what the mark is.
Right, but it's aware... They're aware of that he
You,
has it.
with context, understand what the mark is.
Okay.
From the military's perspective, kid touched the statue, and symbols appeared on his forehead.
Okay.
And
So...
suddenly monsters in the area started being real aggressive towards him.
Got it. Okay. Does it say where they're normally stationed?
There is a military outpost in every city.
Mm-hmm.
There is, but in Bezalel, there might be one, but that definitely wouldn't be where they're stationed.
Okay.
Or that wouldn't be where they could currently be found.
All right. So here's what I want to do, fellas.
You do
I want
tell.
to scry on one of them to try and get an idea of the general location. And I want to pick the one that is least wise. I believe it's a wisdom save against it. Let me pull it.
Well, based off of their description that you said in the file,
showed
I
the
would
file.
say your best bet to scry would be either
that's what it
between the youngest sibling or the second born.
An Inquisitor primarily uses insight.
Yep.
Yeah.
So no.
So not the second. Oh, hold on.
That's the youngest.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Who's the paladin?
Third.
I thought the paladin was last because you mentioned it last. So second and third.
Okay. All right. Then let's try it. Let's try and scry on the paladin.
Wrist will cast Fortune's favor.
Nice. I don't make a roll.
He will not cast Fortune's favor. He will anyways because he doesn't know that. And then
Spell fails. It seems that some magical force is preventing you from scrying on either that specific creature or perhaps creatures in the location or...
Remind me, but isn't there like an amulet or something that Makoto has?
Yes.
That, like
Yep.
keeps you from. Is it just scrying or is it like
any
from
divination spells.
any divination spells?
Okay. So they could be protected against it.
Okay.
Makes sense. They are currently conducting secret reconnaissance.
Yeah.
They're currently, as far as you are aware, whatever safe house they're in is within Paradise.
Right.
you also still have a reroll. Risk casting. Didn't realize you weren't rolling. Anyways. Fortune's favor.
Okay. Cool. I'll have a reroll for whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How long does that last? An hour.
I think it's
right?
24 hours.
Holy crap.
I think it's an hour.
Maybe an hour. Maybe 8 hours. Probably an hour.
So, we have a general location. We can go there and we can conduct a hunt for them. Once, when we find them, I don't want to be hostile.
Makoto brought up a good point
I hate to
earlier.
interrupt.
Who is this?
Mirabal.
What do you want?
We're just gonna look at you like, rude.
I mean no offense. But assuming you don't want to meet your double.
We should probably deal with him first.
Oh no, he's at the gates.
I'm sorry?
I'm okay. So that for one. Two, Makoto brought up a good point. What do we do once we get there? We've now realized. I mean, she pointed out when
When you say the
stands are no
versus
longer our
legislature,
own.
when you say the gates, do you mean to this residence?
Yes.
Yeah, like he's
He
coming
is technically
here.
part of the
He's
Hitsu family.
He's here.
Don't
right
you act
now.
like you know everything.
No, I'm just saying it's obvious. You know, if she said that he's here at the gates, he's on his way to us because he knows he's not dead because she didn't come and report.
Yep,
So-
that's true.
Yeah,
don't
he's
think
coming
you-
to finish the
I
job
don't think that would
personally.
have made a difference.
No, I know, but you know,
But yes.
Fine.
I'm just saying that it's happening.
Ray stands up
It's time to panic.
and he walks out the door.
No panicking.
All right, let's follow.
If you panic,
You
your
know,
shot
if he has
goes
a
off.
death wish, that would have made my job a lot easier.
Yeah, but
He likes
it's,
to act
it's
like he
very
does.
complicated the way he will in the future. I'm sure wish to die. I don't know. Can you do me a favor? Can you stay out of sight just in case we need to beat the crap out of Kosen?
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Let's do that.
She takes the form of one of the servants again. A different one than last time.
Okay.
And while staying at a distance where she can be called upon if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Is that a nat one?
No.
Oh, it's the opposite. Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. All right. She is invisible.
She almost immediately just like completely lose track of her.
Chris is like, so that's what that feels like.
Yep.
Hand me a dagger.
Dad.
What?
And Makoto just grabs your arm. Time and place. Time and place.
I'm aware. What?
Do you really want to do this?
There's no better place than to do it here in the Himitsu home.
I would heavily disagree.
Well,
What about
if things get real, then they can intervene as well.
What is the sign of truth? I was never, truce. I was never told that.
There is no sign of truce.
Then let's
He
get
has
a,
one objective.
let's get one one white whatever. Wave it around. Do you have white underwear? I don't have white underwear.
Why? Why
We need
are you
something white.
asking me?
I don't know.
Other than... Never mind.
Anyways,
I'm very confused.
I could ask Ray, but he, you know.
Makoto, do you want to run?
I don't want you dead.
Look at it, please. He has us, and he gestures to.
That's why I'm worried.
I mean, a fair point, but we also did bring him back, so.
Which you can't do if you're dead too.
Which is
Yeah,
why...
so just make sure I don't die.
Again, which is why I don't think you should be involved at the moment, directly.
Well, if
Support.
you want, I can
If he takes
take a
your
step
body or
back.
something, I don't like us being the ones caught off guard.
We technically aren't. We've been playing for 2 days. That's what I'm saying. Let's go. At least start conversation. If he strikes first, we'll deal with that.
We will not be caught off guard. If he makes the slightest move, then we react, as we always have. I know
If he's
you're
anything like Ray, I'll be able to get under his skin very easily.
You will not say a word.
No, not until the fighting starts.
Okay. Makoto, we have to face this. I am his final objective. And at the very least, I want to talk to him.
as they walk over there, he will hand you. No, he's not gonna do anything.
What?
Nothing.
Trey wanted this to happen tonight, so it's happening tonight.
No, it's not about it happening tonight. It's about Kosin has a very specific plan in place,
I'm sure he does.
and that plan was going to be altered by what you did. And so this is one of the eventualities.
He will hand you his shadow glass dagger.
Thank you.
And then to Makoto, he will hand a wooden disc that he spent many hours carving that has Rei's silhouette on one side. It's like a little, like that. On the other side, Hana's a resemblance of her pearl necklace around the Himitsu clan. He goes, I'm not mad at you anymore, so I wanted to give you this.
Apology accepted. She gives you kind of like the sisterly side hug.
Yep. Now let's go keep your dad from dying.
Yeah.
Again.
Riss,
Can you all make perception checks for me?
Yep.
Riss, I need to teach you how to speak. Bedside manner, sir.
Please.
Bedside manner.
Well, I rolled my passive, so that figures.
25.
5.
Oh, very nice.
16.
22.
22. So the two of you hear this first, but eventually you do as well. Of just this, you hear Dashi's voice. Kosin, we have spoken of this. He is not here.
Einar's gonna grab Rei and stop.
Wait.
And I,
Is this Ray's voice, by the way?
that he is, and yes it is.
That's creepy. Riss is like,
And so either he can come out and have a discussion, or we can make things more difficult.
Einar's gonna use sending to Dashi.
Dashi, don't respond. Ray is ready to talk.
Dashi kind of squares his shoulders.
And before he says anything,
He doesn't.
no, before Kosin says anything. For a man who so desperately wants a family, you sure as hell don't know how to talk to someone.
Riss is like,
Well, hello.
Hi.
I'm not sure I ever expected this to happen.
Why?
I assumed you had what you needed. Hoped, honestly.
Not yet. It's not exaggerating to say that the fate of Arklands is at stake. In more
Yes, I
ways than
suppose we
one.
always did believe that whatever we were doing would change the world.
No. No, this is far beyond me, or you, or the Himitsus, or paradise.
To be honest,
You don't care.
not in the slightest.
Why?
Because I compromised. I let go of the one thing that tied me to who we were. So he looks past you and Makoto. So I will not do so anymore. I have what I want. And the world can end for all I care. If that's what's required for me to keep it.
What
Because
you
I have
want, you can never
sacrificed.
have.
What I want is the respect and accomplishment awarded by my service and loyalty.
Then let's do this. You want a family, right?
No.
Then what do you want?
My position. I am now Admiral Kosin Kentoshi.
Congratulations.
And your arrival could quite simply undo all of that.
My arrival is irrelevant to
It's
your
not.
status.
Because the entire military is operating under the assumption that there are not two of us.
Then I say I'm not you. Because that is the truth. I want
Doesn't
nothing
matter.
to do with anything that you are doing here.
Dad, it doesn't matter. If they know that there's a better version of you out there, how would he ever advance further? I wouldn't say better.
Neither would I. I don't have the intelligence, nor the tactical capability, nor the training, nor the experience.
Correct.
So
Which
what
he
are
is
you-
correct otherwise.
So what are you afraid of?
Your existence, if made known, puts everything I've worked for in jeopardy. Regardless of whether you have interest or not. If you are traipsing around a continent away, it's very easy to dismiss any notions. But here, the Himitsu family can keep a secret. But for anyone else, well, that's something I simply cannot abide.
Ray kind of looks down.
And so I have a proposition.
What's that?
Abandoning all plans, all contingencies. A neutral ground. A place that I swear to you I have not prepared with any traps or tricks.
No, I believe him.
Does Einar with a 29?
I will roll. Just because I'm gonna roll regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whether it's persuasion or...
Yep.
Deceptions.
Yep. Give me a moment.
He do be deceiving.
I was like, this sounds like something I should make an insight check for.
He seems deadly serious.
Okay.
Shocking. Where?
Deadly man.
Where it all began. For us, at least.
How close is that to where we need to be?
It's in the mountains.
Okay.
A place where you and I can finally settle our differences the best way we know how.
And I was going to interject. Do we really need that? Is there no other way?
I'll be honest. I'm past looking for other ways. I looked for a way to be who I was. And you refused. I looked for a way to find fulfillment. And I have found it. I will not kill you. But if I do defeat you, you will never return to paradise.
Counter offer.
Riz, what did he say about speaking?
We only have one objective that can be accomplished in a few days. Let us complete
As I
that,
said,
and
return.
Let's go.
Oh, I feel
But they come with me.
Without question. I have found my strength. I would not let you fight without yours.
I think that's shade he's throwing.
No.
No, it's not.
nope. That's bold, cold
That's
hard
respect.
facts.
I may not enjoy who you are, but I remember it. And while you do not have my admiration nor affection, you do have my respect. Consider it a sign of why I thought of you as such a threat.
We're gonna keep talking, or are we gonna leave?
Let's. Shoot, one second. You see someone rush up next to you and just link their arm with yours.
Riss is gonna look over, roll his eyes.
Rolls for impulse control, and I got a 2. Just want to feel it fine.
Okay, let's go.
Kosen is going to cast teleport.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Makoto. And he doesn't know, but he assumes part of the group.
Exactly. Kills him.
Sure.
And you teleport to a familiar battlefield.
Yep.
Can I make an insight check on a field? Because I feel like either would be there and be like, this is spooky.
You look around. The first thing you noticed is the temperature. It is cold. There is snow on the ground around you, dead trees fallen over, and numerous swords, spears, and other weapons jabbed into the ground for about as far as you can see. Second thing you notice is the wind howling through the mountains, almost deafening for a moment before fading. And as the wind fades away, whispers can be heard.
I dislike this very much.
Riss is gonna look at Ray.
You look
This is
around,
where Hana died.
I'm just gonna put like a hand on Ray's shoulder.
and this is where we came to be.
It doesn't bother me, Hana.
Riss is going to look at Ray and wait for you to make eye contact and mouth. Now.
Kosen, I want you to understand everything that you've done, everything that you have accomplished. That's all you. That's not me.
I agree.
And for that, you have my respect. But one thing that you should learn is humility. Now.
Very nice.
Take a break.
Let's roll initiative.
All right.
And Amy, if you wouldn't mind.
You coming in to play our?
Oh no.
Oh.
I had a project today.
Oh, we got ourselves
Dang.
a battle map.
Need help?
Bring up the...
You can stay on this.
Woo-hoo-hoo. I'll take that.
You got that side trait? Yep, there
Alright.
we are.
That's supposed to.
All right.
Have fun.
No, thank you. I will not. I mean, well, to be fair, I've already died once, so if I die again,
Yeah, Kosen would be right there. You can place yourselves around where you would be.
Why does my equipment never work when I want it to? So I'll put that back up.
And let's see. We can make this one Mirabelle, who is linked arm in arm with Einar.
That's right.
Why is Einar the one that pulls?
Hey, Riss already got his guy.
Mine's dead, so.
Yeah. You're...
So
By
I'm just
default.
the only available bachelor is
Yep.
the issue.
Yep, that's 100%. We are traversing. We are going around with my daughter, so there's no way. Well, there might be a way. Some women might be into that. I don't know. But in any case, Ray's not interested.
No. Someone could be interested in Makoto,
dude
but
with
that's
a
a
kid.
whole other issue.
Yeah, a dude with a kid.
Yep.
Whoops. That's the wrong button. And that one still didn't work. Is it dead? Maybe.
18.
Ooh,
Not bad. Not bad. Not great.
not great.
Roll a 1 and a 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's literally
Alright.
corpses on this field.
Yep.
Yeah. There be ghosties.
Oh, ghostlies. Oh, are we gonna have to fight the ghostlies as we fight Kosun?
Maybe. All right. Einar.
I got 14.
14. Riss.
18. You rolled a 14, that's work.
I did.
Ray.
21.
21.
Yep.
All right. That is a 10 for a 13 from Makoto.
Okay.
There we go. Oh my gosh.
Close.
The amount of times I had to turn it off and turn it back on to get it
Has
to work
a-
is incredibly annoying.
18.
Oh, I got higher than
What'd you get?
21.
What's his modifier, Trey?
Plus 9.
Oh,
And
plus
it's
9.
not working right.
Holy.
Little thing called the alert feat.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a good one. Ooh, he rolled low then.
He rolled a 9 on the die.
Yeah. Alright, alright.
There we go. Maybe.
Keep in mind this guy's got legendary actions.
He doesn't actually.
Good to know.
This is just peak of what Ray could have been.
You need to get close.
I'm aware.
Give me just a moment to set out the dice. All right. And then
Oh yeah, what's her face doing? What's on our side piece doing?
bad. No.
What's the
She maybe wasn't really included in the spell. Like she was, but
It's taking her a second.
she just rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
Well, she's not
Sorry,
technically
my
part
dude.
of our strength, so.
Yeah?
Although our capability to amass allies would, I guess, be considered a strength.
Yeah, I mean, cause what we got, Kudo.
Yeah.
What's his face that we love to kill?
Korvaki.
Korvaki.
Yeah.
And now her. That's 3 that I can think of off the top of my head.
All right. First in the order is Ray.
Of course it is.
As appropriate.
You want me next to him?
have it.
You want me
Yes,
next to him? Cool. I'll get next to him. I'm going to move up right to the side of him.
All right. Go ahead.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, perfect.
Yep. Yeah, he'd be right there.
I was gonna say, is he a huge creature?
Hello.
He's a huge ass.
All
You
right.
see his black robe shimmering.
I like it.
Sweet. And I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Okay, that's an action.
Yep.
Got it.
Cool. Now that I'm hasted, second action.
I see he's going to counterspell that.
He's going to counterspell haste?
Yeah.
At what level?
He said mush.
Third.
Okay, cool.
That's a minimum for counterspell.
That's fair. He determined that after I said I was going to go again.
No, it was more so just Trey processing.
Okay. Okay.
Just thinking about like he would know the sigil for haste. He would know that would be an issue that he doesn't want to deal with.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, where is it? Where is it? Where? Stop it. Okay. This is being a pain.
I don't know how it happens, but I always
Okay.
seem to have my cameras messed with like somehow, some way. At
All
one
right,
point or
so
another.
haste is counterspelled.
Oh, I can't cast because I cast that. I can't cast a second leveled spell, can I?
Has it been within an hour?
No.
Because you have a reroll.
Well,
Doesn't matter. That's not relevant.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
but I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Good to know.
Just one, or is it?
Yep, just one.
Okay. I'll hang on to that.
Yep.
All right.
So
Cool. Bonus action, 2 weapon fighting.
you have to take the attack action to do that.
What? Oh, okay.
I am.
So
All right. Cool. I can't
Counter
take any
spells.
other bonus action, can I?
not at the moment, I don't
Can I-
think.
Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Does he have a shield in his staff, or is that just the minifig?
Well, that's the thing for a shield, like the spell.
Oh, I see. Yes, I did not see his outstretched hand there.
What do we got?
No! That's too many!
Going on? What do we have going on?
That's too many!
Try to
As
give you the good ghosty looking ones.
oh yeah, a number of ethereal figures appear
I can collect their souls!
in
You harvest.
That's not something to be proud of.
Yeah, I'll harvest, you fight.
You and your Charlie's Angel over here can harvest.
It is
Makoto,
time
Ray, and
to
I'll take
farm.
out Kozin.
No.
Gonna put a little straw in my mouth,
No.
put on my hat, time to farm.
no.
I'm gonna go harvest some souls.
I'm apparently in the soul cairn. Just out there harvesting those soul husks.
Appreciate the reference.
Stop.
Husks.
I have plenty of gems! Let's go.
Sir. All right.
Yeah, I know. I am the soul gem.
It's gonna be.
Huh?
Jeez, and these buggers rolled high.
They rolled a flat 20.
Jeez. Would have been nice to see them when I was going.
14.
Does not.
Not
even
gives, that
close.
gives me some confidence.
I don't like not having that.
14.
Sweet. Oh, dude. I don't even think they can hit me unless they nat.
That is a 17.
No.
I feel more confident if that's your assessment as well. Makoto, I'm not so sure of.
Kodo has an armor class of 17, so that misses.
She do be
Let me
doing all right.
re-equip my shield because I know I would have it for this. There we go.
God
Natural 20.
bless.
It would be that one. Actually, considering where you are and who this would be,
You.
it's
gotta
not
be
that
kidding me.
one.
Okay.
But it is an enemy combatant
Rip.
or the remnant of one.
Okay. How
As
does
you just
Fortune's
hear
Favor
this,
work?
as you just hear this,
Ability score, attack roll, or ability check.
you turn slightly as your spell is countered and see this pale figure, somewhat similar but different to Miraval, what was once a changeling.
Attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Reach out and just...
Well, DM's discretion, I don't think so.
so that is 6 plus
No. Good try.
6. So that is a total of 15 necrotic damage. Yikes. You are resistant to.
Half to 7.
Yep.
Yes,
Well done.
sir. Yes. The freaking artificer coming in.
And then second one is actually still going to go for you.
All right. If you roll 2 nat 20s on me, I'm just gonna call it a night.
No, that's a 15.
Okay, good. Misses.
So, I'm done.
I'm just gonna. No. No.
Who's that one attacking?
Makoto.
Okay, good.
16 misses by 1.
What do you mean good?
I'm just gonna come past Makoto and go for me. I'll take offense to that. He'd be dead. He gets 3 strikes right,
All right.
there.
It is Kosin's turn.
All right.
He What's he gonna do? I think our child would be best left out of it. Don't you agree?
Is he gonna banish her?
As he casts a spell.
All right. Counterspell.
What is with me and not being able to sneeze recently?
Counterspell your sneeze.
Be careful.
He's
He's a
gonna
witch.
counterspell.
You're gonna counterspell my counterspell.
Wait.
Yep.
Oh no, he
already
just
used it. It is
used
his
his
turn.
turn. Ah.
Oh well.
Hey,
annoying.
killing spell slots though.
I am.
How? William, you moved my camera.
Did you straight up move his camera?
He did. He got up and he moved it. I'm
doing?
like, why did Trey move all the way to
good?
the other side of the screen?
Oh, okay.
I just fixed it.
So he is going to counterspell the counterspell. Does Makoto have it prepared?
She should have counterspell prepared. I never told her not to.
She doesn't.
Oh, jeez.
She's been more focused on you've always had it, and you haven't been facing a lot of spellcasters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And she was not expecting this today.
Yeah, she was kind of panicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
she's having a rough time.
All right. Yeah. That's your counterspell is counterspelled.
Okay.
Hold on, he already used counterspell though.
It's his turn again.
His reaction is now gone for the next series, though.
Yes. So when it gets to your turn, he will not be able to.
Do anything.
Yeah.
To negate that. Got it.
So what he casts though is Force Cage.
Rude as heck.
And immobile. Gonna grab some things, which I probably should have grabbed before, but it's okay.
Is this just a cage of force?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
But it's a spell literally intended to do the thing that you do.
No, my minifig.
You can literally just put one in front of her and we'll know if you want.
Not the buttons.
Not the buttons.
Did he trap one in there with her?
No.
Yep.
Oh, he did?
He's a douche.
Yep.
What a dick.
Yeah, he is.
Got to get that concentration check though. He's gonna get whacked too.
Force Cage is not a concentration spell.
Take that back.
Yep. All right. That is his turn. So, Riss.
Have fun.
I would like 3 shots. Redicosm, please.
3.
I would like to
Bonus
order
action.
3 shots.
Oh, yeah. Attack, action. Yep, go for it.
Now I will say, do I get within range?
Of him.
Frozen, yeah. Because it
He's
would be
gonna,
nice.
it doesn't matter. He's going to fire you after you hit him anyway.
Probably true. 5, 10. Yeah, whatever. You can try and hit me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Are you attacking with... Oh, I guess you can do that at point blank range now.
Yep.
There's some debris there. You can't stand there. Unless you want to try and grapple onto it.
That will stay.
No, we haven't played with debris before.
Grapple isn't...
I'll see how good his
Yeah,
AC
but I know what
is.
you meant.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. 14,
Misses.
29,
Hits.
28.
Hits.
Nice.
Cool.
And you do get sneak attack.
Yes, he does.
Yes, I do.
There's more than one reason why I moved forward.
That's why I wanted you to move forward. Yeah.
I'm aware.
Let's see.
I know how you two roll.
That's right. Okay. Okay. All right. So 1d4 of psychic damage,
Oh, nice.
2 damage for psychic. First attack.
What is the psychic damage? It's from... Isn't that a bonus action to...
No, it's just
No.
once per turn. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
25 for the first hit.
25.
And then I'll do these 2.
Whoa.
And 15 more for the second.
40 damage in one hit.
As you watch both bolts just... Toon, toon.
Interesting.
Completely just no effect.
Do I recognize what that is?
You can make an Arcana check.
On my turn? Or right now?
Right now.
Okay,
Is it
cool.
like Blade Ward or something?
16.
16.
Or does that look like shield?
It is not shield.
Okay.
And it is not your arcane ward. Something else.
I'm gonna reroll.
Yeah.
It's only one. I want to know what this is. That's much better. That is a 23.
He is Warcaster, which means that he can cast spells with items in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
With weapons specifically. As he was doing this, when you were talking to him before you teleported here, that was him casting a spell. A 9th level spell. Invulnerability.
Rip.
For the next 10 minutes, he's immune to all damage.
Yep.
Unless, of course, it is dispelled or otherwise.
So you gotta let me know.
He wasn't going into this unprepared.
Yeah.
The location, he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
Not prepped.
Rest will take
That's fair.
5, 10, 15, 20.
The ghost is going to take an opportunity attack against you.
Nah, you can try. Disadvantage.
Why?
My displacement cloak.
You have a cloak on.
I know my displacement cloak.
You have your elven cloak, which gives you advantage, don't you?
I have both on. I just changed the hoods.
That's not how that works!
It is how it works.
No, it's not!
He would have switched it out. The elven cloak was
When?
way back when. If he had known he was going to fight, he would have pulled it out.
I'm confused.
I mean,
Okay.
he did say it for like 3 days past from when
Yeah,
we did our
yeah,
shenanigans.
That's
All
true.
right.
I should have clarified. My apologies.
Just to be clear, you cannot have both on at the same time.
Yes, I know.
Alright.
I appreciate the hustle.
Einar, you're up.
All right, cool. I don't think Einar would know
No, you wouldn't.
what level to dispel the cage at.
Just take care of the baddies around you.
So
I bet you they're weak to radiant damage.
look,
But that's
Go ahead,
Geth, that's
make an
Geth
Arcana
talking.
check.
I'll make it flat because Einar's not gonna know to cast. Natural 20.
Force cage cannot be dispelled by dispel magic.
Sweet, cool. Am I gonna waste a spell on that?
No, Einar knows.
Yeah, I know. It cannot be dispelled, right? That's what you
Yeah.
said.
By dispel magic.
Yeah. So
I thought you just said, am I going to waste a spell on that?
no.
Oh no, yeah.
I heard am I, as in
No.
like, as if no one knew something about
Yeah,
Einar.
no.
Ah, okay.
No.
He's gonna, yeah.
No, I'm gonna smack stuff instead
That'll work.
because I can.
Can you pull forth a beast from the chapel?
What?
What?
Pull forth?
Oh,
beast?
one of the souls you've captured.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never tried.
Now would be a good time too.
That's very
It
true.
would, but also I could just also cast spiritual weapon and have an extra attack every time. So
Okay.
I mean, I think I kind of want to just cast that, but that is a bonus action. So bonus action, spiritual weapon, right behind the one directly behind Einar.
All right. Let's
Make it a cool one.
there you go.
Cool.
Use Goroth.
All right, sweet. Goroth, can you?
I got you.
What's up, Goroth? It's been a while.
Yeah,
I could use you right about now.
So a giant orc shows up.
Half
So,
orc.
yes, you
Sorry,
summon,
half orc.
There we go.
You summon this shadowy spear from the ground.
And it's going to stab that one.
Okay, make an attack roll.
That's a 16 plus numbers.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I figured.
Smart.
That deals 11 plus 5. That is 16.
16
Right.
damage?
Yep.
It's gone.
Yep, I figured. That's why I only cast it at 4th level. And then I know.
Interestingly, there is not any resemblance to the previous effect of when you've absorbed a creature.
Wait, did I absorb it at all? Like I didn't. Okay, I didn't think I would.
No,
I just.
but it is
the way you
previously
phrased
when
that.
you have killed a creature with one of your spells. That's been when you've been able to. But as the spear just runs it through, its body kind of just.
Can I use my action to pull out my whip? Because it is a bonus action normally. Like, can I trade my action for a bonus action?
Typically, no. So, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Because it's there. Even if I'm not 100% familiar with them, there are reasons for that rule.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna make the one to the left of Einar make a Dex saving throw then. 18 to pass.
That's a 5.
Cool. It takes 3d8 radiant damage. It's probably dead. That's a 13.
Yes, dead.
Yeah. So it disappears. The one to the left of Einar. So closest to the cage. Yeah. And Einar is going to say, Harold, is there a way to summon any of my souls to fight for us?
He isn't summoned,
Yeah.
but you get the sense it would require
Meditation.
a burst of power.
Yep. All right. Nope. Let's save that.
If you did a divine intervention, possibly.
Okay.
But otherwise, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so is that your turn?
Yeah, there's nothing else I really can do. That's my action and my
Makoto.
bonus action.
What you doing, honey?
Hopefully taking out her
So the
roommate.
spell magic doesn't get rid of it, right?
Yep.
Disintegration would, but I don't know if it would be from the inside.
No, it wouldn't.
It would not. Wow.
Disintegration immediately destroys a wall of force, though.
It's
Wall of
not a wall of
force.
force. Force Cage, a 7th level spell.
Okay. So dispel. Okay.
Alright,
Dispel
then
magic
just
won't get
get-
rid of it. Then how do you get rid of that? Doesn't make sense.
Break his
wait it.
concentration?
It's not
Wait,
concentration.
Oh, it's not.
7th level spells are powerful. Especially given that this one doesn't do any damage. It's just containment.
Okay.
But she's still going to firebolt the one that's in there with her. That's a natural 20.
Sure.
All right, cool.
She just looks out, puts a hand up, and just... and it just...
Pissed her off.
It's gone.
Can you
Yep.
misty step out of it?
Nope. Well, you can attempt to.
Okay.
But that is...
Well,
Actually,
I'll let Makoto figure out what she wants to do.
does she have Misty Step? She
Let
does.
the DM working as the DM.
She will attempt to. Creature tries to use teleportation or interplanar travel to leave the cage. It must first make a charisma saving throw. Okay. Okay. That is a 16 plus 1. And his DC is higher than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 17. She attempts to Misty Step out, and just like you can see her form shift for just a minute, but she stays in place.
Okay. So it's an attempt at least, which is
Yep.
fine with me.
All right. Then,
No, I see more show up.
indeed,
Cool.
Why are they attacking us and not him?
I don't think they have been able to attack him yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
But he's also invulnerable, so it doesn't matter.
Oi.
They do not like you two.
it's almost like they don't like the people that were here and possibly killed them.
True.
Can Makoto... That's rude.
First attack against Kosen. Misses. Second attack against Kosen. Misses. Third attack against Kosen.
Are you rolling because
This is-
there's the possibility of a natural 20 making contact, or just for formality?
Bit of both.
Okay. I was gonna say, if it's full
Attack against
formality,
you.
just say which ones attack him and miss.
That is a 22 to hit.
Miss.
Pass. Yeah, forgot about that. And then an 18 against Riss. Misses. Cool.
It's also a disadvantage, but no. I want an attack.
It was a nat 20.
Got it out of the way, boys.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Those 5 went. It is now Miaraval's turn, but she got rolled a nat 1. And so
Got it.
she has to choose between action, bonus action, etc. She's just going to stab the ghost behind you.
Hey, Trey.
You.
Toss me. Do we have a black figurine for her? Because her being white, I'm going to take a pot shot at her at
That's
one
a
point.
fair point.
Here you go.
Cool.
That's also very much like her.
Yep.
I feel like Riss would still take a pot shot at her, but it's the no one would know.
No one would know.
Nobody. That ghost is gone.
Okay, can you remove that, William?
Oh, no, all right.
Yeah. All right. Ray, back to you.
Invulnerability can be removed by a Dispel Magic spell, right?
Yes, again.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on his vulnerability.
All right. What level?
We'll do 3rd,
Yep.
because it's my last one. Arcana, right?
No, it is just an intelligence check.
Just an intelligence check. 21.
Wait, I thought your intelligence was 20.
Yeah.
16 plus 5.
16 plus
I thought
5.
you were gonna say
22.
plus- yeah, I was gonna say.
Sorry.
16. Why would it be plus
16 plus
he's got a plus
6. 22.
The DC was 19 anyway.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's 10 plus the spell's level. Invulnerability's gone. And he couldn't counterspell that.
Nope. That's why I did it at 3rd level.
Sweet.
Yep.
Figured I'd take a chance.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool.
So you just... What do you do?
Einar, show him what you can do. And I'm gonna get... Oh, I can't get behind
I have
there.
a spell
They're
I've
taking
been
up the
waiting to
spaces.
try out.
Can I stand in the space of an ethereal creature?
You cannot move through the space of a creature that is hostile to you.
Okay. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna stand there and wait.
All right.
I'm just gonna go, hey, what about me?
You're strong too.
Thanks.
Let's see. 2 of them are going to make attacks against you.
Okay.
Flat 20. Misses. Those 2 are going to move.
Yep, go
In all
for it.
fairness, I might as well be invulnerable to these things too.
I was gonna say.
Misses.
Except the one that hit a freaking nat 20. That misses.
Misses.
Yeah.
This one is going to move around to here.
Ooh. Is it flanking?
It is.
Oh. I'm sorry, Noah.
It's alright.
22.
Oh!
Shield.
Yes, sir!
As the ghost,
If it
as
beats,
this,
it beats,
as
but it
this,
can't.
He said, don't touch me.
as this hovering spectral figure of a dwarf. You can see the long beard, but these like sunken eyes. As you look closer, they're not sunken; they're gone.
Oh, nice.
This is. I imagine we're looking right at like how it looks the Army of the Dead in Lord of the Rings.
A little bit.
Sweet. I
He
get
just
to smack
reaches
him.
out and then Harold just and pushes it back.
Hello.
slightly.
Hello, my name is Harold. Nice to meet you.
And then just
Alright.
looks at it and goes, "No."
You cannot meet with Einar until you have an appointment.
All right, it is Kosin's turn, and he.
It's probably a little cranky.
I love that a 9th level spell was removed by a 3rd.
Yep. It's great. It's glorious.
It's all about those dice rolls.
Can you scooch back this way again? You keep scooching
Sorry.
forward and then back.
I want to see the board!
Going to raise his hand
No, but I want to see you.
and seemingly release. Yeah, release an energy from within his ring.
Oh, okay.
I need all 3 of you and Miraval to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh
Rip.
no! I don't. Okay, no, I have a +1. Oh wait, that's right. I can't use that.
That's probably not gonna pass.
No, wait. This is Kosin. That's not gonna be enough.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I rolled pretty well. Wait, never mind. Ain't gonna work.
Miraval
I mean,
fails
I can
too.
pretty much guarantee
Actually,
a fail.
no. Advantage. It's a 29. She passes. Never mind.
Okay, cool.
No,
Jeez. If you said 29 and she fails, I'm like,
No.
there is no hope.
Well, on the die, she...
Yeah.
So, I used your reroll.
You already did.
No, I didn't.
For the Arcana.
You did.
For the spell.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I did.
You had to learn about invulnerability.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Which was a valid purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
How
sure.
about 13?
Fails.
16.
Fails.
Lower than his.
All right. As he casts Tasha's Mind Whip at 5th level.
Oh.
What's that do?
At 5th level,
It does nasty things to our
it
minds.
does. It still only does 3d6. So there are worse.
Yeah, but what are the
Yeah,
effects?
the effect is what I'm worried about.
1, 6,
Yike.
5. So that is 12 psychic damage to each of you.
Okay. Unfortunately, I have used my reaction.
Psychic damage, anyway. I don't think you can stone skin that.
No, you can't.
But what if I really want to? Actually, hold on. I think it might just be. I don't think there's any specification
I
for
also
the
think
damage.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's just damage dealt to you.
Regardless.
He said no.
And none of you can take reactions until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
On that turn, you must choose whether you get a move, action, or a bonus action.
Ooh.
Only one of the 3.
That hurts.
That's rude.
Yep. So that is his turn. That's his action. As you can see him kind of just give a sly smile. Riss, you're up.
Just want you to know I let that one happen.
There are more powerful spells to be counterspelled,
I'm
so
aware.
yeah.
Don't worry.
Good call.
Yep.
Don't worry. I'm about to smack him. Real
Oh,
good.
I know. Because all you
Hold on.
need is one
Wait.
action, huh?
Yeah. Hold on. I need to. How many is that? I need more dice.
So, Riss, what you doing?
By the way, Ray's not smiling.
I was debating what I was going to do. He has
As
a
you see these tendrils of arcane energy, this almost blue and pink hue as enchantment magic mixes with Kosin's own flair, and just in multiple directions, hitting each of you is
Fancy.
yeah.
Yeah, he's going to hit him while the getting's good. So,
Alright.
2 shots at, what you call it?
Attack action. Go for it.
19.
19 misses.
21.
Wait, no, sorry. 19 hits.
21. Definitely hits. Okay.
Yeah, he'd let it. He's not gonna catch it.
3 psychic damage.
Alright.
23, 28 damage for the first attack,
Okay.
Ooh.
and 13 damage for the second attack.
All right. As you fire again, 2 bolts. Toom, toom. You can see they, similarly to the previous time, don't appear to have any impact. However, this time you very much recognize the effect, as his arcane ward takes
Got
advantage
it. Okay. Holy crap.
as this blue shimmering barrier around his body comes into effect, almost like overshields in when you're playing like Halo or something.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
see the barrier come into effect, and you can see this armor almost as it takes its appearance. Armor that you recognize from a painting you got a long time ago.
Okay.
Prophecies.
As the arcane
Then
ward
he's
just
not
takes
who
the
I'm-
brunt of it.
Then he's not who I'm worried about.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
So. Okay.
I will say,
I know.
the scenery
Different.
appears to be quite different. And the prophecy pictures were of events that had potential to happen.
Right.
Not were certain.
I know.
He took up 41 damage.
Yeah. Arcane Ward is nice at high levels.
I don't like that.
Double your wizard level plus your intelligence.
But you just
modifier.
took out
Okay.
a massive
Yeah,
part
chunk
its
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
if not half, then more so.
Oh yeah, you can see it flickering.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I say double. So I hit 41. So
I have
double's 40.
23 at 9th level wizard.
That's what I'm saying. He has double his intelligence, so it's probably at least 7. So he probably has 54. I took 41 out of it.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm
We'll go.
about to smoke
No,
the
he only
rest.
has 46 actually. It's not double your intelligence modifier.
Oh wow.
I know.
So it has 5 left.
Cool.
Einar, you have an action, a bonus action, or a movement.
Have fun.
Okay, cool. Sunbeam.
Well,
Straight at him. So him
far away are
and,
you?
and I'm like 45 feet away. It's got a range of 60.
35, 40, 45-ish.
Kind of spell.
Yep.
And that's why you let those attacks hit.
Yep.
Yep.
So what level is
It's a
Sunbeam?
6th. It's a 6th.
Yeah, he only cast it at 3rd level.
Cool.
Roll, baby.
Now he has a plus.
So Tasha's whip, we can't take reactions at all.
Nope,
Okay, cool.
not until the end of your next turn.
Right.
He has a plus 13 to this.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So he has to roll a
He has to roll like
1
a 2.
or a 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2. So. Yeah. Well, he wasted a high roll, so.
Yeah. So as you go to call in this strange inverse, as you
What did you cast?
call,
Cast Sunbeam.
yes,
It's a good spell.
What level is that?
6th at minimum.
he knows that spell.
I know that.
Kosin knows that spell.
Oh yeah.
No,
Oh yeah.
not knows it as in has it in his spell book.
Okay.
It being cast here has, as
Yeah.
you go to cast it, and he looks, and you see his grin vanish.
Yeah.
Hey,
His
at least I
eyes
did
go
something.
dark.
Yeah.
Makoto's turn. She's gonna try and Misty Step again.
Have fun.
Come on, Makoto.
Makoto basically, yeah, she has to roll a nat 20 to get out of here.
Well, it can happen.
And thankfully, she can Misty Step at will.
Yeah.
So,
It's not wasting spell slots.
it's literally,
She's
she's
just
literally
having a
just,
good time.
she's like banging on the force gauge and just trying to get out. All right, that's Makoto. Now it's the remnants around y'all. So the one at Riss. That is a flat 20.
Misses.
At disadvantage as a 5.
I don't have a reaction anyways.
Doesn't matter. You're close to displacement.
No. I mean for like an opportunity attack if a nat 1 hit. I
Well,
was
no,
considered a
you
miss.
do have your reaction back. The end of your next turn has passed.
I see. That's good to know.
Yeah, it
my
can't take a
presence
reaction until the end of its next turn, not Kosin's next turn.
Roger. That's much better.
Yeah. And then 3 of them on Kosin. Misses. But that one's at advantage, so that nat one doesn't, but still misses. And then 1 on you.
Okay.
These are gnats.
At advantage, that is a 21.
Nope.
Which still misses.
They're here.
That would have only hit me.
Yep.
And Makoto. But Makoto's.
Mieraval's turn.
They exist. They're having a good time.
She is going to just eviscerate another one.
Yep.
Because if she rolls anything but a nat 1, basically, she hits.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm expecting her to clear all of the enemies around me, please.
Which one? That one?
this
Yeah.
one's gone.
She's my guardian.
Like, tush, tush.
As you see, she kind of just draws out the claws and just rakes through one. Kosin looking over as he's looking directly at Einar.
Come on, bring it, bitch.
You have made such interesting friends.
What can I say?
It's your turn.
Cool. Has he used his reaction?
Yeah, counterspell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Haste
Okay.
on myself. Gotta do it.
Second
Give
down the
yourself
charm.
a little bit of a buzz.
Do it. Yeah. Yoink. Cool. Now I'm gonna hit him.
Yep.
Nope, I miss.
What are you
That
getting
is-
him with?
Shadow Glass Dagger that I asked him to give me. Prior.
That's right. Yeah.
That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah, misses.
Yeah, now you've got 2 hands you can use.
It's great, I know.
All right. The remnants are up, and so Einar, they are flanking. That is a 21.
Nope.
Okay. Second one misses. That one's flanking Ray. Misses. That one is also flanking Ray.
Ooh.
Advantage, but misses.
What
All right. Kosin's up.
Kosin and Ray are just deadlocked. There are things swing at them, but
Yep.
they're not making contact.
All right.
What does that look like?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, counterspell.
Thanks, bro.
What level?
I'm counterspelling that at 4th.
Roll.
Ooh, okay. Oh, that's lightning. That's 5th level. All right, here we go. 24.
24. He will counterspell your counterspell.
Son of a bitch.
It's his turn.
But you know what that means?
It's gone again.
Yep.
It's gone again.
And he's gonna.
It's another spell slot gone.
Yeah, he's gonna use a third. So, yeah, it's 9 plus 13. It
Oh, yeah.
cancels.
Oh, yeah.
But make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
How you doing on Dex?
I'm not great at this, but that's a natural 20.
Wow. The cleric.
Sit.
Einar sees it coming toward him, and without breaking eye contact with Kosin, just dodges like that.
Yes!
You see it go past you. That tree's gone. As he cast Disintegrate.
I pissed him off! I'm gonna piss him off more.
Disintegrate is a very high level spell.
It's 6
Yeah.
level.
Oh, it's 6 level?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
But
He has a
still
few more of
a
those.
heckin' ton of
That's
damage.
alright. He's gonna hate me for casting Sunbeam on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can't counterspell it.
Yep.
Nope, and his ward's about to be gone.
Sure. I'll waste his counter spells with low level spell slots. Sure, let's do it.
All right. Riss.
Riss will take aim, bonus action Hunter's Mark, and look off to the side of the guest and like, could you stop? And take 2 more shots. 29.
Don't you have advantage because I'm next to him?
I get sneak attack. I don't get advantage.
Oh.
That would be nice, but no. 29 and
Can you move to
26.
flank him?
Yes, they both hit.
Okay, cool.
I could, but I mean, I guess I could go this way. But...
Roll the Hunter's Mark damage separate.
Separate? Okay.
Yeah.
First off is Psychic. 3 damage in Psychic. First attack without Hunter's Mark is 26.
Okay.
Right? 18. Yeah,
So he
20,
should take
26.
21 of that.
Yep, he does.
Yep. Oh.
As you can see,
We've dealt
the
damage.
the bolt just kind of and go through and actually pierce his arm.
The second shot, he's like, I see red. And it's going to be 13
All right.
for the second attack. Hunter's Mark for each one.
Yep.
5 total.
5 total. It was a
4 and a 1.
4 and a 1. All right, so he takes 2.
Gotcha.
He is resistant to all damage from spells.
Nice.
Don't like that.
'Cause he's a high-level abjuration wizard.
Yep.
What sucks is that all of my attacks are spells, except for my whip.
And upon hearing Ray grumble, could you flank him? He'll like, fine. And then 5. And now, would this be difficult terrain?
Yes.
He'll just move here for now. A little more cover too.
Fair. All right. Einar, you're up.
Cool. 7th level Sunbeam.
Good gracious sakes
Okay.
alive, Chubb.
Okay.
So he has him and all the ones in that line have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I get hit by this?
No, it's 5 foot wide.
Okay, good.
Wait.
Sunbeam.
It's like hyper beam in Pokemon.
Sunbeam. A brilliant beam of light flashes out from your hand in a 5-foot wide, 60-foot long line.
Oh.
Each creature in a line must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed
Okay.
save, a creature takes 68
It's not the
radiant
spell I
damage.
thought it was.
Okay.
What is that one?
You thinking of Moonbeam?
No.
Oh, I know what you're thinking of. The one that calls down in a circle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that just sunlight?
Is that like not geese? I think I know which one you're talking about because I have that one too. I think
You don't have it prepared.
I don't have it prepared. No.
Sunburst.
Burst. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like the
Eighth level
mini
spell.
atomic
Yeah,
explosion.
I'm not that powerful.
But you're close.
I was.
Yeah.
So does this hit the shrimp in front of you too?
It hits everyone in that line. So, the shrimp in front of me. I didn't even see
Now
it
you're
there.
going this way, so
Yeah.
it probably hits these two.
Yeah, it hits.
That
those.
is a for the remnant in front of you.
Oh yeah. By the way, all the remnants are undead, right? They have a disadvantage.
Yuck.
16 and a 15 for a total of 15.
Okay.
That was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beefy, they are not.
Not that one. Oh wait, yeah, that one.
I was gonna say.
I didn't even realize there was one directly in front
I'm
of
just
you.
going to
Well,
go
we're-
ahead and
we're-
assume
We're assuming.
whichever ones it hits, they're gone.
Okay. Well, let's. I mean, I could roll all ones. You don't.
You'd
know.
have to roll 2 natural 20s.
Well, I mean, it's damage dealt. I mean, it's damage dealt per turn. So as long as I have this up, it keeps doing damage.
How much
Yeah.
damage does it do?
68.
Oh, wow.
Give it a roll, son.
Ooh, that's decent. That's decent.
No, I expect some badass music during this fight.
Yeah, really though.
Look, I would love to make badass music for everything, but that takes a lot. So let's see. That's 8, 16, 26, 29 damage.
Okay, halved to 14.
Because what did he roll?
Oh, he hasn't rolled yet.
Oh yeah.
It's a con save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's not concentration, is it? Force cage.
No.
Yeah, we would come across that.
The
a while
first
ago.
one was an
I forget
8
too.
on the die,
Never heard of that before.
plus... That's a 10.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Oh, he failed that.
Yeah, boy.
Nice.
Still only takes half damage.
Yeah, 29 have to
14.
Would it be 14? Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So it's not huge amount, but I eviscerated
Hey,
3
we
things,
take
and
what
then
we can
bonus
get.
action. I'm gonna use my spiritual weapon to smack that last one behind me.
Go for it.
Because we wanna. That's not best, but I mean it's still plus 10, so 16 to hit.
It's gone.
Yeah, I imagine it's. I only did 11 damage.
It has 4 health.
Oh. I should have casted it. I should have casted it for like second level or whatever I have it at. Oh well.
These are called remnants for a reason.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to be sure. I casted it for it, but it's fine.
Right. Makoto. Come on, hun.
This would be the second big fight she is not a part of. Because there's that one with Mavericks that she got excluded from.
Yeah.
That wasn't really a fight though.
This one's on you.
No, it wasn't.
That was a skirmish, if anything.
Which does have advantage. No, it doesn't. And then that one's against Kosen,
It's unfortunate it took out the ones on Kozen.
Yep.
which misses. And then Riss. Misses.
They're just here to exist.
Riss is literally
Yeah.
like, get off me.
Mira turns to you.
Oh, go smack him.
No. Stay and protect Einar.
Hey, Mira. He gestures behind him.
Who is ringing the door at this
At quarter of
ungodly hour? Quarter of 10.
Quarter of
Quarter
11.
11. Be careful.
I'm going pee.
We're gonna take a short break.
All right, cool. Forced break. Great.
Cool.
Miraval is going to make an attack roll with the dagger at the one next to Riss. Yeah, that hits. It's gone.
Riss blow her a kiss.
You're gonna get stabbed.
You're going to get stabbed. Ray, it's your turn.
Cool. He's used his reaction.
If you didn't already have Zara, I would think it'd be hilarious if you and this chick got together.
All right, we're gonna do shocking grasp.
Okay.
Yoink.
Riss would be a little bit.
Wow, don't ever roll against that pad
I
again.
know, right? That's a 13.
Misses.
Okay.
Shocker.
And
Or not.
nah, why not? And for my second action,
I'm an idiot. Every time he cast Counterspell, his arcane ward would have been being healed
yeah, but by the amount of the
by double the spell.
yeah.
So it's not much, but he has like 12.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Well, then just add 12 health back
That's what I'm
from the sunbeam.
Yeah.
No, I mean it's. I'll just add it to the. I'll just add it to the arcane ward.
Okay.
Yeah, let's
That's
just
it.
add it for when Riss hits him.
No, that is a good. That is a good point. It would be on him because the arcane ward would have taken it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I can see.
I can
did
cast
it
2
to Ray.
cantrips with 2 actions, right?
Yeah, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only one level
Cool.
spell, so.
Let's try it again. Shocking grasp.
Do me a favor, and I'm just gonna double check the description
Haste.
of haste.
It's 2 actions.
That action can only be used to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object action. You cannot cast a spell with the second action.
Dang, nabbit. Fine, then I'll stab him with the dagger, which...
You know you have a built-in weapon to your armor, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm not using it yet. The dagger does more.
That's true.
Does more than 1d6 plus 6?
Hang on.
Yeah, the dagger only does 1d4
Oh!
plus...
Okay,
2
cool.
d4s.
Yeah, then
Oh,
let's
is it
use
2d4s?
the infiltrator armor. Lightning launcher from the chest.
All right. Yeah, you arc reactor blast him.
So
Make an attack roll.
23. I already rolled. It's 12 on the die. Plus
23?
11. Yeah.
Hits.
Woohoo!
And guess what? Not a spell.
Correct.
So that damage is not halved.
It's
Hey! 10 damage. 10 lightning damage.
10 lightning damage.
We have the technology.
All right. That's your turn.
That's my turn.
Beginning to irritate.
Kind of like how you've been doing since I began existing.
Who's he
I
attacking?
can't roll 2 nat 20s in a row.
Counterspell.
Hey, whoa. Hey,
Counter spell.
hey, get those
That's even though he's
negative,
going to see if that one goes off first.
get those
if it doesn't
negative
take
thoughts
gold.
out of here. You can roll 2 nat 20s.
So
I appreciate
it's a
it.
6th level spell.
That positivity.
That is an 18.
Yeah, so he's going to counter spell. He has no more 3rd levels, so at 4th level,
Yay.
which does mean he gets 8 hit points back to his arcane ward.
Doggone it.
Alright, cool. Time to roll a dex save, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And guess what? That's only, was my dex? Like +3 or something? No, it's +1. Yeah, so that's only a 14.
Oh, so-
What do I get hit with?
You get hit with disintegrate.
Rip.
How much does it
How does it
do?
feel to get hit in a fight? Okay. How you get hit all the time.
That is 80 points of force damage.
Woo! Just straight up 80 points of force damage?
Yep.
No. And I flick the coin into the air.
That is a form of empowerment.
I empowered my counterspell to override his.
Okay.
He cannot counterspell me.
Oh, I
Varro
remember.
is saying
I'm like thinking,
no.
what is this coin here?
Okay. As you see, I'm going to say this.
That's my reaction.
No. Because you already attempted to counterspell. Using the coin
Yep.
in this moment. As you see this just arcing white energy reach out, and Einar can't dodge out of the way of this one. You take the coin. You have another reaction. So, if you would like to cast
Yeah.
Counterspell is counterspell!
Bye! That is at 5th level.
Okay, his was at 4th, it's gone.
See ya.
Bless you, sir.
As you see,
Wow.
midway, you watch as Ray's hand becomes shrouded in a very familiar darkness that does not fade. As the arcane bolt that was arcing towards you fizzles
Right in front
right
of his face.
before it hits you.
That power could destroy this entire plane of existence.
I think I've made it clear. I don't care. Riss, you're up.
So will all of this be...
He'd have half cover.
No, difficult terrain.
Yes.
Misty Step. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right in the line of sight.
You are. He absolutely has half cover from there.
I think that's the sharpshooter feat that ignores half cover. Not
It is.
mine.
Also, you can't get flanking from range. I may have ruled that in the past, but
Yeah, we ruled that back in Princes.
yeah.
We did do that, did we not?
Yeah.
That's the case. You will Misty Step. Zoink.
Cool.
And... let's take... Well, hold on. Because he didn't have half cover. Yeah, honestly, thinking about that, and with Will knowing that, yeah, we'll stay here. 3 shots.
Cool.
Whoa, what am I doing? 16.
Misses.
Natural 1.
Okay. I'm gonna say that uses up your third.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as you go to fire again, your crossbow jams. And you have to magical crossbow jam. Doesn't break. Just be happy about that.
Yeah, no, trust me, I'm very happy about
All right,
that.
Einar.
All right, cool. Let's try another moat. Do I have to re-roll for each moat of light?
You don't roll,
Yeah, but like damage. Do I re-roll damage?
Yeah.
Or okay.
and they re-roll the saving throw. You're creating a new beam.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Hold on. I want to just quick see something.
gonna make a con save. That's not very
I
high.
guess it is
That's
considered
worse. He rolled a 6.
Wow, he's not good at con saves.
He's got a +2. He's a wizard.
Oh, come on. Why you gotta pepper in the ones with the high rolls?
What's the worst?
Evens it out.
I know it does, but I don't want it to be even. I want it to be overpowered.
We all want middle of the road or higher.
Pretty much, yeah.
24.
None of that one crap.
26, so very close to the previous.
Yeah.
It's, what, 13 points of damage? And Einar's going to...
He takes 5 of it. No, sorry, 7.
You only rolled 13?
No,
No.
that was half.
Yeah, I know. His arcane ward
Oh,
had 8 hit points back.
right.
So Einar's going to move
Hey, he does only take 5 of it.
10, 15, 20...
I could have moved for you.
Oh, shoot, I meant to do that before I moved because I wanted to...
That's fine. I'll allow it. They're both gone.
Okay, cool. And then this guy is bonus action 10, 15, 20.
Cool.
It moves so slow. It only goes 20,
It's okay.
Yep.
20 feet
All right.
around.
Next up
it'll get there.
is Makoto.
Let's go, girl. Get out of that thing.
17.
Ah, rip.
Enough.
Close, but
To be
no
fair-
cigar.
If Ray were in Kosen's position, I think he would have done the exact same
Oh,
thing.
it's 100% the best move.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Miraval is going to follow behind you and just be ready.
Yeah. Einar's going to say protect Ray and kind of like point to the two that are
All right.
attacking.
She's going to take another dagger and assuming she doesn't roll in that one. Yeah, it's gone.
Sweet.
Yeah, one of those right there.
William.
Sorry, his soul went a little roundabout way out.
All right, Ray,
like a
you're
balloon.
up.
All right. I'm gonna sidestep
Got popped.
over to my right, your
Okay.
left.
Yep.
Yoink. Cool. We're
I
gonna
like how she
do
follows.
shocking grasp.
Got it.
It's all right. We got our bad rolls. We got to get him out of here.
Roll.
Nat 1.
Okay. He doesn't have a reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say that he just like with a nat 1. The second action is a no go. Yeah,
that's fine.
As he kind of just like deflects your hand and you just get it in the snow and you just have to kind of clamber back up to your feet.
It's your new hand. You're not used to it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
not. That's exactly what it is. So as my bonus action, I'm going to cast. What is this one? Sanctuary.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hey.
Yeah.
On Einar. It's got a 30-foot range.
Fair.
Yeah, be it Anna or your girl.
Have fun with that.
Hey. It's 2 of those. That's all right. What is the save for Sanctuary?
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
And what is the DC?
I don't know.
What does Sanctuary
19.
do again?
Apparently,
He has
not
to make
what I
a
thought
wisdom
it-
saving throw on a creature that he's attacking. If he fails, he has to choose a different creature. What was that?
That's
It's a 19 on the die.
Dadgummit.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
He's attacking Einar, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Damn it.
With a 7th level. Disintegrate.
Great, that could
Oh my gosh. And if I counterspell it, he's going to counterspell the counterspell.
Yep.
Game of Arcane.
Do you want to just waste his spell slots?
Yes!
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm wasting his spell slots. What can I cast this at? I'm almost out. All of my spells have been counterspells.
It's a wizard fight.
Honestly.
How did I have...
What would it be?
Gosh dang it. Fine. 5th level.
God, if we ever to animate this,
Okay.
it's just like.
It's 2 nat 1s in a row. Sorry.
Whoa.
It's a nat 1.
I nat 1 the counterspell.
Okay.
What does that do? I hope that doesn't make him more powerful. 'cause
What is? Oh, there's this.
that's gonna hurt me.
No, it just means that he can't counterspell. He doesn't have to counterspell, I don't think.
Yeah. Honestly, that is enough punishment as it is.
Essentially, I wasted a 5th level spell slot.
All right.
That honestly, that hurts enough that I'm just like, yeah, that's enough.
Counterspell is abjuration, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. My ward is up.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
All right. Time
And
to
I'm
roll.
projecting it to Einar.
I'm going to say with the nat 1.
Oh,
That's
Fine.
That's all right. I
think
still have
that's
my
fair.
reaction for Stone Skin. I might still be.
also,
able
what's
to
the
stay
range
up.
on it? Oh, it's
60 feet.
I think it's 30 feet
For a project
mean,
for
ward?
projected ward.
I mean, I'm within 30 feet of him, but
Yeah.
yeah.
But
All right, let's
Dex
assess
save.
the damage. Nope, about
No.
the same as the last one. It's a
All right.
15.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm still
That
pretty good. I'm not
is-
gonna be good after this, but I'm still pretty good.
Yeah.
I gotta prep my Stone Skin.
Can she do anything?
Who?
no.
30 feet. My bad.
All right. That is, despite rolling 3 additional d6, that is only 85.
I'm still gonna use Stone Skin
Yeah.
Yeah,
just because I
would
want to
say
reduce
so.
that by as much as possible. What's that? It's +2, I think. Yeah. So that's gonna be reduced by
Constitution.
9.
Okay.
So you said 85.
Yeah.
76.
76.
76.
I am bloodied. I'm hella bloodied, but I'm still up.
Good. That's what we need.
There's a look of satisfaction. Riss, you're up.
Wrist's like, darn people getting in the way. 5, 10, 15, 20. And 3 shots.
Okay.
Gosh. Okay. 19.
Shield.
None of the athletics hit.
He gets,
There goes his reaction.
Yeah, but he gets 2 back for his arcane ward.
Attaboy.
And I will go 5. Is this 3/4 cover? There's a big old log.
Honestly, it's behind the. What are you trying to against?
From him.
No, no cover.
No cover?
Oh, sorry, for you against
Yeah,
him?
yeah, for me.
Half cover.
Half cover? Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I'll go
because I
back 10.
realized I'm gonna real quick roll for concentration.
Yep. You have to roll a nat 20.
Yeah, I know,
'Cause it's
but
half the
I had
DC is
advantage though.
42.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, but
So he did 3 disintegrate spells.
Yeah.
So his 6th level slots are gone. His 7th level is gone.
Both 7th level are now.
Both levels, 7th level. His 9th level was gone because he cast invulnerability.
Yep.
And has he cast an 8th level yet?
Nope.
Okay. I know what I'm waiting for.
Waiting for a spell you don't recognize, essentially.
Pretty
as
much,
Ray.
yeah.
All right. So that's Riss's turn.
Yep.
Einar, it is your turn.
Sorry, buddy. Couldn't save you from the 3rd one. I think I did enough.
That's alright. You did great.
I was like
Riss,
wheezing there for a minute.
you can't see Riss, but he's like, you're a cleric. Heal yourself.
Well, that's kind of the plan.
Can you do like a mass heal or something?
Yeah, I could do like mask your wounds.
That doesn't really help you. Mask Your Wounds doesn't heal a lot of hit points to a single person.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, have you taken hits?
Not really.
Yeah, but we don't want
No.
you to take another
No,
hit.
I think everyone else
Yeah, I took
hasn't
damage.
taken any real
Only
hits.
the 12. That is literally it. And the
nat
ghosts
20.
that hit you for 12.
It's your past coming
was
back to
halved.
get you.
Yeah, I'd rather do.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I got halved anyway.
I'd rather do a cure wounds on myself.
Yeah, go for it.
Dude, man, no one's saying otherwise.
We're not stopping you, buddy.
I have advantage on dex. Not advantage. I have very good chance of surviving dex saves.
Well, here's the thing about Disintegrate. It is hit or miss.
Yep.
Yep.
If you pass the dex save, you take no damage.
Super mixed as always. Okay, so that's 24 healing to myself.
Shield Master would be a really good feat.
Yep.
That my bonus action. Gonna move my spiritual weapon a little bit more.
Oh, I love it. You got it.
We should absolutely be moving it for you.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Maybe. That's alright. The next move only has to be 5 feet closer to him.
Yay. All right.
So, also, can you move Einar like behind some cover
Started it.
somewhere?
It is...
Maybe move him
Makoto's.
behind
Okay.
the sphere that
Come on,
Makoto's
Makoto!
getting.
Get out of there!
So 5. You want to just go this way?
Sure, anywhere that gives Einar some space.
All right. So you'll be behind this thing
It's a 3.
for like I don't know, quarter
die.
cover.
They tell a story.
They do. She's stuck in there.
Yeah, she is.
All right.
She is gonna be so mad when this fight's over.
Mirabal is going to use a dagger to take out the last one.
Honestly, I'm fine with her being in there at the moment. If I'm being serious.
The hits. So this one's gone.
I don't want her to have to attack even a fake version of her dad.
Yeah, that'll be
Not
scarring.
fake.
Exactly.
Just half.
Yeah.
Ray.
Cool. Shocking grasp.
Maybe this time. This time.
You gotta
You and
pick
me
a different
both.
dice there.
This is Ray's die.
What'd you roll?
15.
15 misses.
Yeah, he's got shield up right now.
Ray is not doing a very good job of
You have
hitting
a-
himself.
lightning launcher.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it.
Did you roll another nat 1?
He did. He did.
You had to say something about the good rolls. You had to say something, and I've rolled 3 nat 1s in 2 turns.
Yeah, that's as we say in the business world, rather unfortunate.
Hey, you know what? Hold on. At this point, though, we now have more nat 1s than nat 20s. We're just due for another nat 20 now.
Well, someone other than me roll it, please.
I would love to.
Okay, with that nat 1,
Thanks for ruining my audio.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna say you fall prone.
Reach out, and then
Sure.
he's just like,
Yeah.
Knock me over.
doing?
I can't get up.
he said, "Don't touch me."
Alright.
Cool, I'm gonna use my movement to get back up.
Where's
Yeah,
the
you
lie?
haven't taken it, so...
I just can't move anywhere else.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
He
you lost
reaches-
your movement that turn.
He reaches over, falls over, gets back up. You didn't see that?
That's exactly what happened.
Unfortunately, you're already back up by the time Kosen looks back at you.
Yep. You saw nothing.
Little comedic bits here.
You threaten to take everything from me.
You assume I've threatened to take. What have
Your
I said?
existence.
That sounds like a you problem.
And this will be yours.
I was gonna say it's a you problem if it says it's a you problem.
Son of a bitch.
Now does he gain any benefit from like? Sorry.
He is raised. I would like everyone to look at Amy right now because it's immensely entertaining.
I don't suppose as a reaction I can call for divine intervention.
No.
Dang it!
That's alright. He's got his rogue to take care of him.
True.
Well, she can't heal me. So, yeah. Guess I'm making a dex saving throw
Yes,
here.
you are.
Well, it's nice knowing you guys. I've rolled consistently 1 point higher each time.
So that's a fail?
Einar's down. Yep.
You're more than down.
Have I been eviscerated?
Disintegrate
I've
at
gone.
home.
Into the ether. Shadow Einar comes in.
A
next
creature
season.
targeted by the spell must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 10d6 plus 40 force damage. How much health do you have?
46.
Yeah. There is no way you are not being reduced to 0. Because it's plus 40. And it's 16d6. Because he's casting it at 8th level.
16d6. Hold on.
It's a lot.
No,
108.
Yeah.
Wait, 16? No, 96. Sorry.
Is it not?
I have
Beyond
to,
my
I have to
max
counterspell it. I have to. There's nothing that I can
We're
do.
getting to that.
Okay.
The target is disintegrated if this damage leaves it with 0 hit points. A disintegrated creature and everything it is wearing and carrying, except magic items, are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. The
Borrow
creature
help.
can be restored to life only by means
Oh.
of a true resurrection or a wish spell.
You guys gonna bring Einar back in the jar?
No, but I can guarantee you.
See if your counterspell does.
No. That's an 11.
It's an 11. As you say, that sounds like a you problem. And this will be yours.
Oof.
As he reaches out and you watch, you feel your heart sink in your chest as this arcane bolt strikes Einar.
Dang.
As you see his body stand there. As these cracks go across his skin. He begins bleeding. As he falls to his knees. Riss, it is your turn.
Riss will go 5, 10, and see Einar like collapsing.
As
like,
you see Einar, it resembles when he would have his entire mark cover his body, as the cracks all across his skin bleed black blood.
I am a god. I have no idea what's
He
happening.
looks to be in immense pain.
yes.
You're bleeding. Your blood is literally
Yes.
black.
Yes. But I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either.
Yeah. Riss will eyes widen and 15, 20, 25, 30, bonus action dash,
Yep.
25, 35, 40,
Yep.
and take 3 actions. Or 3 attacks.
You've advantage on every
Close.
single one.
Yep. 30 for the first, 25 for the second.
Natural
There
20.
we are.
Yes. Let
Natural
your
20.
anger.
Narrative
Let your anger at your
moments.
friends.
I
Get
love
a
him.
kill.
I love him. All right. So first attack.
First attack. And I can't choose what attack it's sneak attack, unfortunately.
Yes, you can. It's one attack on your turn.
That's
Given
true.
the narrative weight of this moment,
Yeah.
I'm going to allow it.
What are you doing?
Going in with the sneak attack on the nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so we'll just roll the other
Because
attack.
you decide after you roll. So if you want to wait until the last attack of your turn to apply it, in case you get a nat 20, that's perfectly viable.
I thought it was light. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It's on an attack on your turn, but it's your choice.
4 psychic damage.
Okay.
First attack does 11 damage.
Okay, so that's 4 psychic damage, and then 11. As unfortunately, he vanishes.
Counterspell.
It's not a spell being cast. It's a spell that was cast. Contingency.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I can show you my notes of the strategy that he was going to use.
So he's no longer there.
He's gone.
You can make an attack at disadvantage.
I can make my other 2 attacks at disadvantage again.
Does anyone have inspiration?
No, you haven't given it in a while.
Well,
I
while
did the
being
whole
last session.
shenanigan thing, and I didn't get one.
I have Hunter's Mark. Does that benefit me at all?
It does. He's right there.
Is it just right in front of me?
He's invisible. So you still make the attack at... Roll me a survival check. I'm going to see if through that and Hunter's Mark, you are able to determine...
That's pretty good.
17.
17? If he rolls stealth, he has a +4.
Okay.
If he rolls stealth higher than that, you have disadvantage.
Okay.
You know he's there, but you have disadvantage.
Okay.
If he rolls lower, you have no disadvantage.
Gotcha.
Laugh at him as he stands there, thinking he's invulnerable.
14.
He does not give you disadvantage.
That's a 10. He goes invisible. His contingency, if he reaches half health.
So he
goes
did
invisible.
take that damage.
So
on the
he
first
did. He did.
So I still have 2 attacks.
And he takes the second. Because you already rolled for him.
Gotcha. Second is...
It was just whether those attacks had to be rolled at disadvantage instead,
Oh, gotcha.
was the question.
Gotcha. 16.
16 damage. All right.
Now the Hunter's Mark for the first 2.
Yep.
10 total for
Give
both.
me each die, because it's
5 and
half.
5.
5 and 5, so it's 2 each.
Yep.
Because 10 total would be half to 5, but it's
Makes sense.
5 half to 2, 5 half to 2.
Makes sense. And the final attack,
Yep.
sneak attack, is minimum... Okay, so 36. And Hunter's Mark, so 42. And then I'll roll 7d6. Can I borrow d6?
Yep.
Well, actually, I'll roll. So Hunter's Mark, 2 damage.
Okay.
Total, so 5 on the die, and so 2 total.
And then what was the crit damage from the Hunter's Mark? It would be 6. Mm-hmm. So he takes 3 from that.
So it'd be 39 total.
39?
39, oh no, sorry, for the first round before I roll.
I know.
Yeah.
That is his remaining hit points.
Did you just down him?
As you watch him vanish, and you are looking past him and seeing Einar just...
As he's shooting, first
As you just see another bolt just strike right in front of you and then vanish. And then as Riss just pulls a trigger.
he's like, I still see red.
Man, you've avenged both of us.
I did.
In the span of a week.
Look at this guy! Look at this guy!
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Call me the Avenger.
Yeah. Maybe I might have
Riss
to.
the Avenger.
I like that.
I like that.
I do like that. I don't like that. I like that.
As you see Kosin reappear. A bolt sticking out of his chest.
Good.
As he collapses.
To quote Iron Man, he'll look at Ray and go, he's all yours.
I'm more concerned about him.
And so is Riss. So he's going to turn
Oh
around.
yeah, what's happening to me right now?
Ray, make an Arcana check.
Oh, Lord.
That's really high. That's a 30.
This should not be happening.
What is happening?
Disintegrate reduces someone almost immediately
Right.
Yeah.
to a pile of gray ash.
But he's still there,
He is bleeding.
right?
You are in agony as your entire body is falling apart and being reformed all at once. As you realize that the event that happened when you took the blood and regenerated was not restricted to that incident.
So you're a whole new person.
As make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh gosh.
Riss is going to obviously drop Hunter's Mark and put Healing Spirit
That's
wherever
a-
Einar's body is. I keep thinking this is Einar. This is
That's
gone.
a 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was the DC for it to not take multiple rounds.
Okay.
But you watch as the cracks begin to close. And while drenched in his own blood, his own black blood, dripping off his body, staining the snow beneath him, Einar collapses, unconscious, but not dead.
Good Lord.
The freak. How much health do you
I
have?
was
How much
gonna
health
s-
does he have?
I was going to say you joined.
0!
Is he at 0? Okay. When is it my turn?
But that
No!
is where we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you all for joining us for another fantastic session. And we'll see you next week.
Ta-ta for now.
Bye!
Alright, so
How could you not fucking tell me that that's what you were planning?
Because I wasn't until it happened!